that from K-pop Demon Hunters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's a cinema classic.
Hell yes.
On that note, hello. You're listening to the Review Movie Podcast, Season 4.
What?
I'm your host, Paul.
I didn't know we had crossed seasons. Was there a finale?
This is the new batch of episodes.
Oh, I get you.
We had a retrospecticus.
That's also what
Looking back.
it's kind of what the movie we're talking about has that same little title in it.
We're all about the dollar signs this time.
That's true. We're only doing sequels. My name is Ben. I am one of your co-hosts of this program. And we have a return guest.
I'm Jess.
She's Jess.
It's Jessica Erin Martin.
Yeah.
Hi, Jess. How are you?
Hi.
We're so happy to have you back on this podcast that's breaking all the rules.
Whoa.
I mean, it is on my rule breaker list. Ben, was this on yours? I can't imagine it was.
Oh, the fact that it's a sequel?
Well, yeah, because normally that does not.
Yeah.
It's a no-no.
I know. I remember when this first started, and there's very strict, and I picked something that fit. The Fall. Revisit that episode.
Good movie, good episode.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. But we are into 2026. We are season 4.
We're doing YOLO.
We're pulling out all the stops. We're jumping the sharks. We're going back to the
Do what we want.
Burris on this thing.
There are no more rules. The rules do not apply.
Great.
I'll eat anytime I want, whatever's stuck in my teeth, however it digests, whatever. Nobody cares. We're not worried about these things anymore.
The rules are made up and the points don't matter. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This breaks the rule because it's a sequel, but it was on my rule breaker list on my letterbox. That's at Paul Acts Badly.
I follow you on Letterboxd. I'm at Run BMC.
Jessica?
I don't have that.
We're trying. It took a while to get to Gremlins 2. We're at the year mark. We're going to have to go a little longer to get you on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You know the old song,
see.
Let all socials be forgot except
I'm
Letterboxd.
trying. I'm trying to
Except
get
for
this
Letterboxd.
gone.
We're all working on this,
Yep.
apparently. But this movie is under 2 hours and 22 minutes, and it's not really part of a major franchise, I guess, but there is a new one in the works.
And an animated series?
Which I think already exists.
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
On Warner Brothers,
Disney,
Netflix, Exxon, Chipotle, something or other. Right. Jessica,
Yeah.
you were on the Fall episode. You popped in on the Mummy episode, the Twisters episode,
I think so.
and our Gremlins episode.
Gremlins episode.
From
I had some big feelings about Gremlins.
Our last holiday helping of Christmas 2024.
And I have a question. I forgot it. I'm going to get it back.
Great.
This happens to
I'll
Paul
be
when
here.
he doesn't have his brain injection. He forgets how to speak.
Oh, he
wanted
didn't
to ask you.
do the brain juice like that gremlin.
I just turned into vegetables.
The vegetable gremlin, yeah.
Perfect.
It's in the movie.
We're going to reference a Key and Peele sketch a lot, guys.
You just pulled it out of my brain.
Okay.
Did you happen to watch this at this point?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have thoughts about it?
I think it's exactly how they wrote this movie. I think it's exactly how it happened.
I think that Chris Columbus coming back, I have a little bit of hope for this third one. Legacy sequel. He's been doing very
Yeah.
big movies.
Yeah,
But
he
Yeah,
did.
he did the Thursday Murder Club.
Yeah, which was okay.
I enjoyed
Hold on,
it. I'm
we're
a
getting
big
ahead
fan
of
the series.
ourselves. We're doing Gremlins 2, the new batch. It's New Year's. Happy New Year's, everybody. But also, Jessica Erin Martin. It was a dramatic pause. What have you been up to?
What you been doing? What you been doing?
I don't. Why you guys gotta ask me that? Like I don't even know.
It's on the card.
You know, there's something though
I
that
didn't even read the thing.
I wanted to bring up because I think you've been on the show so many times now.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people here know
What?
that you were the voice of Samus
Oh.
in a very popular Metroid game.
I was the voice of Samus in Metroid Other M.
I think that's a pretty cool big deal.
I think that's amazing.
It just hit like a really big milestone. Was it last year? I don't even remember.
It was, how many years ago was it now?
I don't.
15?
Maybe that's right.
Yeah.
Maybe that's right. Yeah. It's been that long. That's why I can't remember.
She used to get like fan mail that were like to like give her
sweet.
autograph.
Some people like sent me nice drawings that they made, and they're on our fridge.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I played that game.
Oh yeah,
It was on Wii.
Wii. It was on the Wii.
I absolutely played that game. It's a good game.
Thank you.
Samus is a cool character.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
one of the
she's
greats.
really cool. She's pretty cool.
I cut something into a little something on iMovie for our Instagram Review X2 podcast that took voice from Super Smash Bros. And what was it, Captain Falcon or whatever? And I always had to play as Samus. In Super Smash Bros.
I always played as
too.
Samus too.
Had to play as Samus.
Infamously terrible at that game.
I was never that great, but I was able to sometimes be able to deploy a bomb or a bullet or some such.
Yeah, I always
She had all the best moves.
I always play as Samus. Whenever I have the option, I will play as Samus.
That's very meta.
And when like my Switch avatar is Samus.
I always get destroyed by Kirby though. Fucking Kirby.
Yeah, it's
Kirby's
always like the
tough.
little ones that just like
Little Mac
Yeah.
in the newer ones. I was gonna ask if anybody, by the way, feels like because they get into a musical number for New York, is this kind of a New Year's movie ish? As we're coming into the new year, the new season, the new batch.
sure.
It's everywhere you want to be, baby.
It's anything you want.
It's anything you want
Is
it
this
to be.
is this everything everywhere all at once?
Yeah, it
Before
is.
This is the proto.
I think that Daniel saw this and we're like,
it happens in like one building.
yeah.
You know what's crazy? Pretty much every movie that came after this, someone could say, I think it takes a little inspiration from Gremlins 2, and the answer is yes.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
I agree.
If you had enough cocaine in your writer's room, you probably came to the same conclusion as this movie did.
Well, let's tell the people more about this movie.
Wait, we're not there yet.
What?
Do you not know how this goes?
No, I don't. I thought we did those things.
No, we haven't done anything yet.
Okay, I
Ben,
can't read.
What,
It's
what
too
have you
far.
been doing? Are you okay?
See, we each talk about what we've been
Okay,
doing.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to talk about this movie.
And then we still haven't talked about
This
what,
is a good sign, I
we've
think.
been watching. I would like to talk about what I've been doing.
What's you been doing?
I've been playing a video game. I've been playing Ghosts of Yote, which is the follow-up sequel to Ghosts of Tsushima, which is a like a samurai-based game. It's awesome.
He has a really pretty horse.
My horse's name is Mochizuki,
And this is me on
which
the
means
screen
full
here
moon.
riding towards the camera.
It's a very like.
My horse is getting tired.
Did you ever play Red Dead Redemption 2? Or do you know of it?
I've seen people play it for moments.
So it's a very open world.
Yeah.
This game's, you're on a revenge path, classic samurai story. Your family was slaughtered by a gang, and you have to go take each of them out one by one. But you also get to just ride your horse through like a beautiful Japanese field with the shadow of Mount Yoti, and it's awesome. I'm really happy that I have time to play it right now. So. Speaking of, since we're in the video game track, I thought I'd bring it up.
I love that. This is making me wonder, should I be rewatching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Turtles in Time as I've gotten the Arrow video 4K recently?
Yes,
and
you
I've
should.
been-
Just
it's-
like if it's a question,
like
then
this
yes,
is a
you
sign.
should.
And there's a Kurosawa mode that's all in
Whoa.
black and white. I don't play in it, but I've turned it on before and seen how it changes it, and it's pretty
you
cool.
ran around me
Yeah.
with it on.
It was Tuesday.
Yeah. What
Okay.
about you?
I have been working on expanding this podcast
Which one?
a bit.
This one? This one.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Review podcast.
which you
About
can
movies.
find on.
Review X2 podcast on Blue Sky and Instagram. We're accepting tips now. We're not asking anybody for money, but if you
Tips?
want to
Oh,
give it
I thought
to
you
me,
meant like a.
I'll take
here's
it.
A tip.
Just the
like
tip.
when you
Yeah, I thought you
turn
meant.
left, like.
I thought you meant picks, but just the tip.
No.
if you put a little bit of sage in your boots, the pleasant scent follows you around
Yeah.
all the day long.
I think you should
The
accept those
happiest
as well.
boy.
Never accept a wooden nickel.
I think we should actually
Thanks,
start
Dad.
accepting
Thanks,
more of
Dad.
those tips. You can text us anonymously, by the way, so please text us your tips. And we're also working toward some kind of more frequent content. I think I can. Is that good enough? I'll manifest it. I've said it. Yeah. Also, Please reach out to us if you still have them with your Spotify Wraps. We had a few people reach out, and now we are building episodes around what those folks have requested, including Tyler D. No, that's let's say T Dodge. I want to keep it as
What's up, T Dodge?
anonymous as possible.
Jodge.
Demolition Man was the movie requested. Fits all the rules, makes that easy. And requested guest Matthew Fosket. So we're going to do that. Wow. So if you have a Spotify Wrapped that includes listening to this program, we'd be happy to accommodate.
Does that count me?
Depending.
Does that count me?
How much do you re-listen to this?
Great question. I have to check.
I'm getting a thumbs down from our guest. He doesn't. That's not what
I don't even think
he does
she
other
listens to it. She's
No.
like, do I have to hear him? I have to hear him normally.
Can I be very honest?
Yeah.
I very rarely will listen to this
I
because
feel like
editing
that's
it
common
is
though.
enough.
Like I don't rewatch my stuff. I don't
Right.
like it's when it happens to be around. Like okay, but I don't make a point of it.
Yeah, neither
You're
do
like
I.
we've done that. It's in the past.
Well, why?
It's not even real anymore. The internet's been dead for like 10 years.
Can we turn off Oppenheimer then, please? Why is it still going?
No, it must run on loop.
The residuals!
Please, I need health care.
We've discussed what we've been doing. What have people been watching?
What have we been watching? Well, I watched this movie. I haven't been watching
Sarcasm
a
detector
lot.
broke.
I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks.
I like this. That's
like
great.
audiobooks. I have been able to increase the amount of books I read this year by like 2 times because of audiobooks on 1.5 speed.
Give me 2.
And I just finished the first Percy Jackson book.
As the Chris Columbus did a movie of that, right, or something? As we were talking about Chris, but
They-
isn't there a show now?
They
There is a
made
show, yeah.
Okay.
they made a movie series, but now they have a show series. Anyway, I just finished that. I've got other books happening on the audio. And then what I've been watching is mainly ambiance channels because our cat loves them.
Okay, yeah,
He
sure.
likes the relaxing music, and any of them that have like falling leaves or falling snow, like any of the Hogwarts ambiance ones, he really likes those.
Sandcat, this was on, and she was like, "What's this about?" And in particular, seemed to like the vegetable gremlin
Oh,
that I think attacked
Rudy
NFL great Dick
Rudy?
Butkus.
immediately left.
hated this movie. Rudy hated this movie. So there's
Wow.
that.
They're so different.
Just so people know what Rudy's normal tastes are.
Yeah.
We've been enjoying Poldark. That's another thing I've been watching. A rewatch for me. It's now on Netflix. Historical British drama. He loves them. He loves Pride and Prejudice. He loves Bridgerton. He's just like his mom.
He loves this austere British stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
He loves a classical
So
score.
we're saying Gremlins 2, 1 paw up, 1 paw down?
It sounds like
We're going 2 paws down, I think. For
No.
Sandcat.
Oh, Sandcat. I thought we were talking about Rudy's paws.
Jess, I'm getting anxiety with the road that I feel like I'm being led to. This happened with the first movie.
No, it's not going to be like that, Paul.
We'll see. I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
You're already hurt. It's New Year's Eve, Paul.
Ben, what have you been watching?
Pull yourself together.
Oh, we saw Hamnet.
Yes, we saw
We did.
Hamnet.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the theater.
in the theater.
and
With old people who like took out a literal plastic bib and started eating
Yeah.
a meal in like
think I need-
crinkly bags.
I think I need to get on my soapbox for a second about America, audiences, movie theater going folk. It is unhinged out there. Like, what the fuck are we doing? This man was eating like an entire chicken dinner with a plastic bib and had like the crinkliest plastic wrapper
It was like a bread bag.
that you could possibly have
Usually we just tape a bunch of cats together.
in the quietest movie.
The saddest, quietest movie.
True or false, that man is either a CIA plant or a Warner Brothers plant trying to get the theater shut down. Trying to help the Netflix shareholders.
To me, I'm just like, we've also seen movies at the Egyptian, which is a
Been
very
very,
pleasant
very nice.
experience.
Oh my God, they're pretzel bites. It comes with this amazing cheese and also a chocolate dipping sauce and also cinnamon sugar.
It's a lot of sweet and salty options, which is what I want.
Yeah.
I needed more. It blew my mind.
But Hamnet,
Caramel, please.
Pretzels aside, Hamnet, pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was pretty incredible.
What I've been watching is, we were just talking about this a little bit. I'm paying fairly close attention to this whole Netflix Warner Brothers debacle, and I fucking hate it. And I don't want it to happen.
The Paramount wild card in there?
And I don't like that either. I think one is a faster, painful death and one's a slower, painful death. It's death by decapitation or by 1,000 pokes. What's better or worse? Fucking force Warner Brothers to break it up. If it's not viable as a business anymore, sell New Line to somebody else. Let them become independent again. Sell Batman.
Cash is
Yeah.
easy to get.
Sell your shit.
Make DC Studios their own thing or something. I don't know.
Exactly. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of doo-doo right now.
But
Yeah.
my real question is, like, how does someone like Warner Brothers, with all of these, just like this huge history of characters and IP, how do they fuck this up?
I think it's intentional.
I agree, because I think it was, once it became like a shareholder-led company and not like creatives-led.
So sink the ship so you can
Yeah, sell it for parts.
sell parts.
That's what happens
write
to
it
every
off.
big business. Like
the-
R.I.P. Joanne Fabrics. Like
R.I.P..
It happens everywhere.
Welcome back, Spirit Halloween.
That's what's going to be at the Warner Brothers
That's
studio.
what's going to be at the Warner Brothers lot. Spirit Halloween.
I saw like an AI thing of like the Netflix N over the WB shield. It's interesting, even as close in history as 1990, I'd say, this movie was a gamble. You needed this to pay off in some way. And thank goodness for, if you're the studio, VHS rental and sales and marketing stuff that you can stick a brand on that you own is going to bail you out in the end.
Before we move on from this subject, I just want to rewind your brains for a second to the year 2000. Because there was a deal on the table where Netflix proposed to Blockbuster to sell them to Blockbuster for a total of $50 million. And Blockbuster turned it down because they said, quote, the model will not last.
Well, because they wanted to have one store left in Bend, Oregon.
There's another alternate dimension where that giant N is a giant B. And everything we're watching streaming is B and blue. Because
And there's still video stores.
and there could potentially be still, or Blockbuster is just a streaming giant. Anyway.
Because that was always Netflix's intention from the beginning.
What year was that? 2004, I think, was the year I signed up for Netflix. I was an early adopter. I signed up for their 3 DVD at a time plan.
Me too.
Which was like super cheap. It was like $5.99 a month or something like that.
And 3 a week, I think.
Their catalog, their library was sick.
Insane.
Like movies you couldn't find, like classic films, foreign films. It was insane. I don't think people understood how deep that DVD library was. And I got my money's worth. And that was back like
Absolutely.
when you watched TV like seasons.
yeah.
And so like it was great to have the 3 because I'd be like working on one, have the second one, and I'd always have one in the mail ready to come in and
You
out.
got it. You
I
got it.
worked that system.
And on the computer too, like just swapping and rotating and
Yeah.
whatever, watching
Yeah.
what was coming in and going out.
Getting your
and-
little queue in line.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I got video games too. Once they started
Oh,
renting
yeah.
video games, I just grab a Madden or something so you don't have to buy it and just play it for a few weeks.
I'll never
I want that back.
I'll never forget getting the RoboCop Criterion that existed for one pressing. That Netflix had all the fucking DVD Criterion stuff, like all of it, stuff that was unfindable. And thank goodness for Be Kind Video and Vidiots at the Eagle and all the great video stores in this area, and Scarecrow Video and Movie Madness up in the Northwest and Orbit DVD and everybody I can think of. You're amazing. Thank you. And I'm going to be very brief here because you could only own it on streaming. I have the recut Rocky 4 that Stallone did a few years ago. I'm doing my best to separate art and artist.
Nothing bad.
I rewatched the original cut, which I haven't watched the original cut of that movie in years. And fucking A, if it didn't get me in a little bit of that Christmas vibe. I'm wanting to lean into the holiday, to the happiness energy that everybody's, all this joy of Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and Yuletide and Festivus and winter solstice and Christmas and all of it. And movies usually help with that. I'm having a little trouble. The Rocky IV, that if I could change and you could change, everybody could change. And montages.
I mean, it's pretty much a Christmas Carol.
The Ghost of Christmas Future for me right now is looking grim.
I think that's the point. That's the point of the Ghost of Christmas Future.
I think I'm looking at the Ghost of my Christmas Future
Yeah,
now.
but if the Ghost of Christmas Future showed up and was just like a dude, you'd be like,
Oh, hi, Mark.
okay. But it's always the Grim Reaper
Every time.
every time, and you're like, fuck, this just can't go well. You're not going to show me a good future here.
No.
Because that's the point of them, is to like shock you into changing.
Yeah, kind of like Daniel Clamp. Kinda?
Daniel
Ted
Theodore Logan,
Donald Turner Esquire. William.
Remember the trash can. All right, we need to move on to the facts.
Archaeology is the search for fact.
We watched Gremlins 2, The New Batch. It is an Amblin Entertainment, Warner Brothers?
Warner's
Brothels? The Warner Brothel?
Nope.
Okay.
No, different podcast.
1990, PG-13. It is an hour and 46 minutes.
That's appropriately rated.
It was an
Because the rating exists now.
I was convinced this was like over 2 hours.
It feels long. It does feel long.
Budget is $50 million. Adjusted, that is 124.2. Opening weekend, June 17th, 1990. That is a bullish summer release.
I mean, wouldn't you, based on the first one?
Sure, yeah. 9.7 million US, 24.1 million adjusted. Final gross.
But the Cume is great, right? The Cume it's like 200 million.
We'll get there.
Right?
Maybe. Final gross North America was 41.
Oh, no.
Adjusted, that is 102.
Oh, no.
It didn't make its money back. Final
Oh,
gross
no.
worldwide is the same, so must have not had. Other releases this weekend are Dick Tracy. Weekend top 5 is Dick Tracy. Another 48 hours. Total Recall. Get your ass to Mars. Get your ass to Mars.
Open your mind.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Give the people air.
That was great.
Thank you.
Get the people here.
This movie.
Cohesion.
B to the F part 3. I'll be right back. I gotta go put Cowboys in Back to the Future 3.
Let's do it, but a Western. Let's do Predator, but in samurai times. Let's do Predator, but in...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do Back to the Future, but they're in Cowboys. Other films from 1990: Pretty Woman, Cadillac Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, RoboCop 2, Days of Thunder, The Hunt for Red October, Tales from the Dark Side, the movie.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like Gremlins, dark movie. Very grown-up movie, grown-up themes, grown-up approach. Movies that have sequels that are like, you ready to sell some fucking toys?
Get on board. It's got that same dude from the Key and Peele sketch. He just shows up and goes, what do you want this? What do you want in this movie?
The same sequel doctor?
Vanilla Ice? It's in the movie.
I watched an interview with the composer, and he wanted somebody, it was like KRS-One or somebody like that, and the producer's kid's friend was like, I love Vanilla Ice, and the producer's like, it's Vanilla Ice, and the composer was like, fuck my life.
Well, we're going to get more of that. Letterboxd average for this movie is 3.5. Once again, you can follow me at RunBMC.
I am at Paul Acts Badly.
Siskel and Ebert, 2 paws down.
Way down.
2 paws way down.
Sandskull and Rudert.
The Sandskull? Rudert?
That's not anything. Is
that something?
It's not.
Okay. Rotten Tomatoes, 72%, 59 popcorn, Metacritic, 69.
Very cool.
Cool joke, bro.
69, dudes. When is someone
Is that
gonna
joking
bring
that-
Is someone going to bring that movie? Bill and Ted has not been brought in.
It is a franchise.
Not-
And is that joke in this movie? Probably.
Probably, yeah.
Most likely.
Is there a Bill and Ted reference? Most likely.
Almost certainly.
6.2 user. Major awards, wins, and nominations. 6 Saturn noms, including picture, effects, and score.
The effects are impressive. I mean, this movie is essentially effects.
Affects the movie.
Affects the movie.
In-camera effects and close-up camera work and stuff. I mean, it's pretty... It takes a pretty incredibly photographed movie, and then same cinematographer holds his own beer or whatever. And so Director of this film is Joe Dante, the director of Gremlins, The Burbs, and Interspace, which have all been on this podcast.
So how many Spielbergs have we done?
Couldn't tell you.
I feel like Dante, I mean...
2 or 3.
Fincher, we've done 3?
3 or 4.
Okay. So Dante might be up there for...
4 Dantes you've done.
We've done 4 Dantes. Will we do Dante's Peak? That's not Joe Dante.
Is that this movie?
It's not.
Is that his peak?
Is this Dante's Peak?
I really hope not for him.
You be nice. Writer of this film was Charles S. Haas. Matinee, Tex, Martians Go Home.
Nope.
Chris Columbus for the characters, who, again, will be directing the third film, who I think has the disposition for it. I mean, Home Alone 2 and some of these things that are just really fucking wacky. I think he has the disposition for it. Director of photography, John Hora, R.I.P. Moonwhacker.
Moonwhacker?
Only Ben Affleck can stop the Moonwhacker. Explorers. Starship Troopers. Music, Jerry Goldsmith, R.I.P. The Mummy, Mr. Baseball, and Ben Burris's scariest movie of all time, Powder. Producers, Steven Spielberg, Poltergeist? Listen to our Poltergeist episode. Kathleen Kennedy, Jurassic Park. Rick Baker, Gorillas in the Mist. And Frank Marshall, Jessica, Stop Eating My Sesame Cake. And let's talk about Congo.
Bad Gorillas.
Or Fun Facts, I mean. Or no, wait. But it's still me.
It's still you.
Oh, there's more.
Zach Galligan was Bill, William.
Sorry, Billy.
It depends on if you're in the brevity thing. Waxwork 2, Lost in Time, The Psychic, Rising Storm. Phoebe Cates was Kate. Princess Caribou, Date with an Angel, Drop Dead Fred. Hashtag Team Fred. Just me. Anybody else?
I think I'm Team Sanity, sorry.
Oh, that's disappointing, but expected. Howie Mandel was the voice of Gizmo, Little Monsters, Family Switch, Killing Hasselhoff. Tony Randall, R.I.P., incredible performance, masterwork, amazing.
He's the voice
The Brainy Gremlin.
of the Brainy Gremlin.
Pillow Talk, Lover Come Back, and The Odd Couple from television. Great, great show. John Glover was Clamp in The Mouth of Madness, Payback, and Scrooge. Listen to our Scrooged episode.
Yeah, to get into the holiday spirit.
Right.
And see the ghosts of Christmas future.
Incontinence.
Yeah.
Boating accidents. Robert Prosky, R.I.P. Fred, Mrs. Doubtfire. A movie that I feel like would have been on this podcast by now.
Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yeah.
Hello! Yeah.
Was a Run by Fruit. Like, is that a movie you feel like you could just talk about forever, Jessica?
Yeah, I feel like
Me too.
any millennial
It was everywhere.
could.
It was
I have a
everywhere.
guest for you for that movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
They need to bring it to us, though. We should not be.
I'll
forcing
tell them to
upon
bring it to you.
It's that easy. It's that
What's crazy
easy.
is we haven't done a lot of Williams. We've done
A few.
What Dreams May Come, which was our first episode ever. Go listen to our What Dreams May
Which
Come.
you chose.
I did. I chose it. And you should go listen to it. It's really bad audio.
And Dead Poets Society.
We were so, and that was a Riley Shanahan.
And we have a Birdcage on
But
reserve.
we haven't done any comedy Williams.
We could do a whole entire podcast episode about my feelings on why we've done what we've done and why we haven't done some other things. I'm so glad to hear, though, because I could talk about Mrs. Doubtfire for a million years.
Yeah, yeah.
Thief and Broadcast News. Great movie. Robert Picardo was Forster, Star Trek First Contract.
Nope.
Confess Fletch, Hail Caesar. Hail Caesar. Christopher Lee, R.I.P., one of the most interesting people in the history of history.
Yeah.
I don't want to call him doctor. I just want to say catheter. The Wicker Man from 73, no bees. The Lord of the Rings, the trilogy,
Saruman.
and Hugo. Haviland Morris was Marla. Home Alone 3, no Columbus, denied. 16 Candles, Jack and Diane. Dick Miller, R.I.P., was Mr. Futterman. The Terminator, Piranha, and you guessed it, Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. Jessica?
Fun facts,
It's a fun fact song?
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's good.
Okay,
It's
I can't wait.
really catchy.
Great.
Fun facts, everybody. It's fun fact time.
So here's fun facts. The uplifting end of the world video scene was included by the filmmakers when they found out that networks actually had such video prepared to run. CNN has a video for this purpose in its archives, and its staff are instructed to, quote, hold the video for release until the end of the world is confirmed, end quote.
I know you all didn't watch a ton of 30 Rock, but did you ever see their version of this joke?
I didn't.
Of like the fact that networks truly prepare these videos.
I'm not surprised.
Is so dark.
As a climate communicator, I think we
It's
should
so
have
dark.
these for
Absolutely,
a
sure.
variety of reasons.
I don't disagree with
Yeah.
you. It's just rough.
Yeah. Yeah.
The experiment's over.
But we're not through the fun facts yet.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. When Billy tries to explain the rules regarding Mogwai to the building staff, they uproariously laugh and interrogate him on the detail of these rules. This scene originates from the filmmakers themselves seeing the rules as irrational, and some questions in the scene were based on real ones raised by fans from the first movie.
As well as critics. This was pointed out by a bunch of people that were like, hey, but the science of... And the filmmakers decided to take umbrage with that and really
And get sassy.
let it go in this one.
The character of Grandpa Fred was based on Al Lewis's character, Grandpa Munster, in the television show The Munsters. In the 80s, Lewis hosted a show on TBS as Grandpa Munster called Super Scary Saturday, where he would show old monster movies just as Fred does in this movie.
I think I've seen that.
I maybe have too. It's also in Fright Night.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm...
But I've definitely seen that whole thing with Al Lewis. I really like that they do that kind of homage-y shit in this movie like that.
John Glover's Daniel Clamp performance is based in part on Ted Turner and in part another rich bag of meat.
Just a big old rich bag of meat. About 340 pounds of meat.
Brought an intentional over-enthusiasm and innocence to the character to override what was written as a villain. Dante liked the approach and felt it brought a necessary lightness to the film and enjoyed the character's new subversive arc.
I dig it.
After the massive success of Gremlins, Warner Brothers immediately greenlit Part 2. Director Joe Dante had no interest in a sequel whatsoever, feeling the story had been told and passed. After stops and starts, different directors and storylines that included going to Mars, the studio returned to Dante. Dante finally agreed to return on the conditions that he be given complete and total creative control and a blockbuster budget. They agreed. Dante intentionally made a movie poking fun of the first entry and the studio's desire to make money. Dante has been quoted as preferring this entry to the first. It's ranked number 33 in Empire Magazine's 50 Greatest Movie Sequels list from 2009.
That's a lot of crazy shit.
Them some facts.
Those are facts. Were they fun?
I thought they were pretty
I think
fun.
there's some fun things in there.
Were we partying
I learned
and having a
some
big old
things.
party and
Yeah.
drinking our champagne
Yeah.
and singing New York, New York?
Fun.
Fun for all.
All the way into the weekend.
Great. Let's
We're the googly-eyed gremlin right now. God, what's his name? No, Gremlin. Yeah.
Can I have a googly-eyed gremlin? You want a googly-eyed...
Just stupid as fuck. This episode is brought to you by stupid as fuck googly-eyed gremlins. Why not? Jessica,
Yes.
you're more than welcome to read it right off the sheet. But if you would also like to, do you want to just imagine you're pitching this, you're the sequel doctor, and just pitch it to us? Up to you.
Give us the log line. We're going down the elevator in this place, and it's broken. so you have some time.
Sound the alarm.
Well, I want to read the official one.
Okay.
So people have some context as to how this was sold to the public and maybe to like the financiers.
Investors, yeah.
The Gremlins are back. And this time, they've taken control of a New York City media mogul's high-tech skyscraper. That's it. That's all.
I have to say, I really enjoy that reading. We don't have a tendency to tan. We don't have a tendency to burn. We have a tendency to turn into a green liquid chlorophyll type. When you hear a reading like that of a log line, it just melts you. Why is he Irish Australian?
Yeah, Irish
Tony
Australian.
Randall.
No, it's also, there's Californian in there too. He goes
so good.
He goes surfer with it sometimes.
It's so good. I love it.
It's out there. It's a choice.
I love it. I assume Joe Dante, like me, was like, love it, great, fuck it, who cares? Yep, made me laugh. And that was it.
Cocaine.
This episode is brought to you by Stupid as Fuck Googly Eyes.
Stupid as fuck googly eyes. They can get you out of some really bad situations. You get pulled
Googly
over.
eyes?
You get pulled over. Put on your stupid as fuck googly eyes. And she's like, I don't know, sir. I didn't see the stop sign.
It's a hell of a product.
Yeah.
Enjoy the advertisement for it. We'll be back.
Attention, Hollywood. 1448 Hollywood, the world's quickest theater festival, is back.
That is right. We are back. 1448 Hollywood is back for the 4th season. That's right. We've done 4 years, people, and we are here bringing you some wild, random, chaotic art directly to your eyeballs. No AI involved. What is 1448 Hollywood, you might ask? 1448 Hollywood is a festival, a 48-hour theater festival where we bring in over 50 theater artists from across the Los Angeles area and beyond to participate and create and write and rehearse and direct and score and tech and light and present 14 plays in only 48 hours. What does that mean? That means on Thursday night, we all get together and then our writers will go home that night and each write a 10-minute play, an original play based on a theme that we have chosen at random. They will deliver those plays Friday morning. The directors will poll what play they're doing at random. They'll poll which actors are in their play at random. And we rehearse all day. We present those Friday night. Friday night, we pull a new theme and the writers go home and write a brand new play. They turn those in Saturday and we do the whole dang thing over again, performing 14 plays in only 48 hours. It is an amazing event. It is a beautiful gathering of creative community, and we just want to share that with you. So you can come and check it out at the Broadwater main stage, which is in Hollywood on Santa Monica Boulevard, February 6th and 7th. There are 2 shows a night, 7:30 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. And guess what? It's pay what you can. We will accept anything: pocket lint, $1 million, a quarter, advice on what I should do with my hair now that I'm turning 40. That's a good question. I don't know. Should I bleach it? Should I have should I go crazy? I'm not sure. But anyway, come on by. You'll see me. I'm sure you'll see the burrito. You might see some other folks that you're familiar with from the review-averse. I just made that up. There's a review-averse. And they will be around, and you get to be part of this community as an audience member. And if you'd like to participate next year, you should come see it, come volunteer, come hang out, and then we'll get you in there next year. Anyway, 1448 Hollywood, the world's quickest theater festival, an official company partner with the Broadwater, is performing February 6th and 7th, 2026, 7:30 p.m., 9:30 p.m. Pay what you can. We'll see you there.
Hey kids, googly-eyed I'm not gonna do fucking googly-eyed Krusty the Clown this whole time. I have more important things to get to. Hi, it's Paul, your co-host from the Review. I hope you enjoyed that ad for 1448, and we hope to see you there. Ben, Jessica, Bessica, Jen, and me, Paul. It would be so fun to see you. And I want to announce to you now that we are working on a new multiverse inverse of the Review universe called shelf help. We want to help you put good things on your shelf or avoid bad things. Possibly. Little combination of both. That'll be coming to you soon. We'll be reviewing things like Kino Lorber 4Ks, old kind of like vaults from the annals Blu-rays, deep cut movies. We'll have guests that are hosting their own episodes or joining us for our episodes. All sorts of exciting things. Again, that's the review shelf help coming soon to the review podcast channel. Review universe. Don't forget, you can also follow Ben at RunBMC and me at Paul Acts Badly on Letterboxd. You can follow the podcast at ReviewX2 Podcast on Insta and Flashes and Blue Sky and all that good stuff. And, good pods, Buzzsprout, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, review and share. We do appreciate it. Ta-ta!
Text but something about like aura.
Yeah, you're aura farming right now, Ben.
Yeah, don't fucking aura farm.
They do say aura farm. That's true.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Maybe that's what they say.
Aura farm and crash out.
Yeah.
He's crashing out hard right now.
Dad crash out.
A dad crash out. When dads crash out, they get their stupid as fuck googly eyes on for sure. God damn it! I fucking hate this.
You look stupid as fuck, Dad.
You know who's good at?
He's in the movie.
You know who's good at crashing out is Joe Pesci.
Oh,
one of the greats.
I feel like his career is built on crash outs.
He's one of the greats. I was saying this off mic. Eyes Wide Shut, Casino, two bizarre, very long movies that I absolutely love watching over the holidays.
You're an absolutely long, bizarre person.
I'm a madman. I am. These are not the actual stupid googly eyes. They're just my eyes.
Oh.
Microwave processed cheese food cinephile time.
We're back to cinephile. Do you know how to play this game?
I think so.
You will pull a card. That card will have an actor's face on it and their name and a movie. All you have to do is read that name of the actor and the movie. And then Paul will have to name a movie that actor was in. I have to name a movie the actor's in. And then they'll come back to you for a movie. Oh. And each of us will go until one of us messes up. And then we'll talk about our first experience with the movie Gremlins 2.
This is like movie tarot, it feels like a little bit.
Consider me your personal Zoltar machine in this moment.
Okay, great. Oh, Steve Martin. Do I say, the movie? Yeah.
And that's for you.
The Jerk.
I will go with The Father of the Bride.
Surprised you didn't go with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Cheaper by the Dozen?
Mm-hmm.
That was him?
Father of the Bride Part 2.
The Muppet Movie.
What?
It's true.
Oh, gosh. Now I'm crashing out.
Stop shooting at these cans.
Pull up. That was the freebie.
What?
Oh, what was?
The Jerk was the freebie.
It was a freebie? My bad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I keep thinking about that.
You couldn't be cheaper than that.
What? L.A. story?
You already said it, but add a...
I'll take that. I was a little late, but I'll take L.A. Story.
Okay.
Cheaper by the dozen too.
That's the one he was trying to get you to guess. Now I'm stuck.
Yeah.
We did...
That's got a sting.
We did Cheaper by the Dozen, Cheaper by the Dozen 2. We did L.A. Story.
Yeah, I think I'm done.
We did...
I think I'm spent.
Okay.
The clue I was trying to give Ben was Roxanne. And I said that's got a sting.
Yeah.
Me and my stupid shit.
Well, you got
all your dad jokes.
all your googly-eyed, stupid...
Are we doing this again? Do we do another round or are we done?
I mean, we can if you want.
No, that's okay.
No,
I'm very stressed.
We have
to make the rest of the podcast.
We have to move on because we have to talk about the movie.
I know. I've been trying to talk about this movie the whole time.
Well, clearly you don't understand how this podcast runs.
I've only been on it 4 times.
So I went into watching it this time. I'm going to talk about it starting. And I was convinced that I've seen this movie at a young age, that I had rented it from Blockbuster. And after seeing about 25 minutes of this movie, I am now convinced that either A, that never happened, I never have seen this movie, or B, I have blacked this movie out.
Berenstain. It's Berenstain.
One of those two things, or both,
Shazam with
could
Sinbad?
be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same matter.
Kazam.
Occupies some space.
Shazam.
Shazam was Sinbad.
Kazam was Shaq.
Rick Fox.
Cool. Because I remember renting this movie. I remember the cover, and
You had no idea what you were walking into. You were not prepared.
I was absolutely not prepared for this movie. At one point, I said, "What is this?" And Jess was like,
What is this?
Jess was like, "This is more of a fever.
A monster.
This is more of a fever dream than
What is
anything."
it?
And
Sure is.
I was like, this is where I think about halfway through, I was like, this is like if someone was like, you like Lucky Charms because it has marshmallows, well, you're going to like this one because this is only marshmallows. And you're like,
and the
I
milk
actually-
is just whipping cream.
Yeah. You're actually, I wanted the other things too. Nope. Just marshmallows.
What can I wash this down with? Whiskey.
Yeah.
Drink it.
A little bit of razor blades in there too. So I'm just going to say that this was my first viewing. I rented this from Be Kind Video. It took me a half hour to find with the help of some random dude in there who was just hanging out. Every time I go in there, I feel like there's just random dudes hanging out.
They like the vibe. It reminds
get it.
them
The
of
aura
good
that
times.
resonates from it is
Not a sponsor.
There's a Riz that
Not a
comes
sponsor.
from.
And
Yeah, but if they wanted to be all gas.
I'm really concerned because I know how much you love these movies, Paul, and I'm just like I feel like I have no nostalgic anchor to this.
Fine.
And it was a movie that I watched, and I don't think I was ready for how much. There's just nothing that really happens in this movie. It's not really about anything. It's just kind of about like it's just
that I disagree with entirely.
it's just a rehash of the first one, but in this time it just like puts it into a city with like a corporate and corporate vibe.
That's literally the log line. The Gremlins are back, and this time they've taken control of a New York City media mogul's high-tech sky.
But in terms of like characters and like, there's not really anything else that this movie is
No.
about. It's just kind of like a Pandora's box is opened and you need to close the box. And even Gizmo kind of gets like sidelined in this movie. So for me, I'm sitting at 2 gremlin boobs. 2.
Wait, so does that make like a pair, like a one?
One female
or like are
gremlin?
you counting bosoms like
each
independently?
breast.
Bosoms.
Each breast. Okay.
2 gremlin breasts.
Got it.
Jessica,
Yeah.
it is your turn to speak. You have the floor.
Oh no.
Paul's fallen.
I know. Paul's upset
Nope,
already.
I'm good.
He's trying to get into the holiday spirit, and here we
I'm
are
super good.
tearing him down.
I would probably give this 2 of 5. I'm gonna say like the art plans that Billy kept drawing.
Billy's beautiful,
His beautiful
like renders, like
renderings.
yeah, they're great.
Billy's
Yeah.
beautiful big building bonanzas.
We love the word banana.
Battle start beats.
So this was this the first time for you?
First time.
Obviously.
First time seeing it.
I know it is. I just want to.
Yeah, first time seeing it. I think this one went down a lot easier than the first one.
I'm sure it did.
Because it is so like over the top and it's very upfront about that.
Yes.
And so like the animal cruelty that happens in the first movie felt a lot
Yes.
more sinister. And I mean, because there was like a naturalism to it that they were still kind of trying to meet. And then in this one, it's like their experiment lab is like a Nickelodeon set.
Yes.
And it's like bonkers. And you know, like, oh, these are bad people. We all acknowledge what they're doing is messed up. You like know that they're going to get their comeuppance. So I feel like there was less of the thing that made me so upset in the first movie, more of just like, this is unending, batshit crazy.
Literally, literally
yeah,
batshit.
yes, there is a bat in this.
Yes.
There's a bat symbol.
A bat gremlin.
Yeah, because the marketing has to cross over. It's free to use that bat symbol.
Yeah, and so it just
It costs nothing.
so I was just along for the ride and I'll say it, I was impressed by this movie. I was impressed with how hard this movie went in every single direction it could possibly go.
This is fucking
and
too
It commits.
It commits so hard, and to that effects team, like y'all, this movie got goopy. It got
It's
goopy.
extremely goopy.
And
the secret
so-
of the ooze is
and
this.
they were inspired by this. And so to that production team who had to clean the goopies, I'm sure you're still taking hot showers thinking about like getting it off of you because it's everywhere.
But still a 2 out of 5.
But still, yeah.
So I like to put a heart on things that I feel like I understand this may not be so wonderful to everyone that they'd want to rewatch it, but I would rewatch this. For what? Would you rewatch this before we talk about it?
Like again?
Would you watch this again? That's a no.
No, like
The googly eyes just almost knocked me over
I'm
into
trying
bed.
to put in
Then just shot out of
context.
Jessica's face.
The very definition of rewatch. Yeah.
No, like my brain was like we need to stop the podcast to watch it right now. And I was like, is that what we're doing?
But would you be excited by that?
Actually, Paul, I would be excited to rewatch it with you, like live tweet,
That's
live
so
stream
specific.
it. And I think I would.
She'd be doing the look back the
I
whole
would.
time.
I would not be afraid to rewatch this movie
be looking at you.
because
Okay.
it's not, like I said, the animal welfare of it is. It's not as like sinister to me as the first one that made me so upset.
And as you said, like it just goes down easier.
Yeah, it's just goofy. It's like googly
Yeah.
eyes. You know, the
They
movie.
didn't
is
get
the
Disney for
googly
this one,
eyes.
but it is goofy.
Yeah, yeah. But like if this was like playing at a bar or like playing at a party, I might sit down to watch it.
This
you
is
know?
a good episode. This is a good take. I like this.
See, I told you not to be so scared.
We got a cease and
was
desist
right.
from Disney.
Yeah, I bet we did.
Yeah.
As no Snow White in this movie, just
the
a
haircut,
verbal
though.
reference.
The haircut.
So,
for
so
sure.
there is
Yeah.
a heart on there for you. It sounds like there is a 2 with a heart where it's like, depending on the situation, maybe you'd rewatch it.
Sure.
Maybe if you listen to this episode, somehow you ended up listening to this podcast, I assume under duress, you would then rewatch this movie, maybe. Okay. So we're at a 2 and a 2,
Yeah.
but with a heart.
With a heart.
I'm going to say a couple things and just read my previous Letterboxd review that I was like, I'm just going to review this and see if I still stand by it. I find that there are elements of Ivan Reitman, John Landis, and Joe Dante across these 3 directors. And I like work from all 3 of those directors, especially separating certain pieces of art from artists. And there are pieces of Ghostbusters in this movie. I never realized. I've not sat and really, really watched this movie in quite a while. I've had it on as a second screen or a background movie or something like that because it's always been so tried and true for me. I don't remember. It's always existed in my mind. And it's always been like some sort of a high rating, like a 4 or a 5, something like that. And really sitting with an analytical mind, the elevator attack that happens to Phoebe Cates reminds me of the Dana chair attack in Ghostbusters. And there's even a joke with the elevator. It's the exact same joke. Something happens that's super out of reality and kind of scary. And the response from the person is, I'll get the next one. In terms of an elevator. And even like the dancing toaster and the dancing gizmo, they remind me of each other. And there's elements, Ben, you even said this earlier, there's elements of Die Hard or Airheads if you're a Brendan Fraser fan, as we are.
Cornish's favorite son, yeah.
Absolutely. What, Charles Norris?
Oh, sorry. Cornish's second favorite son.
Thank you. The Airheads Die Hard thing of being trapped somewhere. And fucking A, if it is not so hard to make a movie that is about New York and not make New York a character, but make it feel like a fucking New York movie. It does to me. And there are a couple outdoor things that happen and an overhead shot that happens, and it's like, this feels like a New York movie. And it feels like Alien $sign at times. Yeah, I see Gizmo as Rambo, but I see Gizmo as Ripley too. All credit to that. I'm going to now read my review as quickly as I can. This movie doubles down on what the first one does in a way that is so blatant. It is a hammer over the head. It is Looney Tunes. It is Blazing Saddles. You like it or you don't like it. It's funny to you or it's not. There's an anger that Joe Dante comes from, like, making this movie. Like, he's, like, mad at himself for doing it, that I respect the shit out of. But the movie doubles down thematically on the evils of racism, bigotry, xenophobia, consumerism, capitalism, media perversion, automation, playing God, especially via science or religion, and animal rights and animal abuse. Because I feel all those themes in the first movie. And I feel like this movie is like, well, if we're making a second one, you must have liked all that stuff from the first one. So we're going to make it like all that more like brightly lit and crazily scored. There's stuff where it's like the way the movie is scored makes the scene so much funnier or scarier than it is. The music is so good. But this introduces feelings toward a few new things like hatred of the billionaire class, or at least being critical of it, corporatization of society and of entertainment, and the fear of independent thought, like why that is bad. Like we have approved corporate art that is supposed to be here, not whatever it is that you're drawing that's so awesome, but thanks, Billy. Sequelization, animal testing, the diet craze, and GMO fast food, and apparently vegetables. The movie has some sort of thing against or for vegetables.
He says that he drank his vegetable soup, like concentrated vegetable soup. So I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, but I think from here the best thing for me to do is to play the entire mini monologue from the brainy gremlin voiced by Tony Randall.
I think the main question that people have is, creature, what is it that you want?
Fred, what we want is, I think, what everyone wants, and what you and your viewers have. Civilization.
Yes, but what sort of civilization are you speaking of, creature?
The niceties, Fred, the fine points. Diplomacy, compassion, standards, manners, tradition. That's what we're reaching toward. Oh, we may stumble along the way, but civilization, yes. The Geneva Convention, chamber music, Susan Sontag. Everything your society has worked so hard to accomplish over the centuries, that's what we aspire to. We want to be civilized. I mean, you take a look at this fellow here. Now, was that civilized? No, clearly not. Fun, but in no sense civilized.
We want access to the arts. We want...
the Broadway.
Yeah, this is a Broadway.
And now this movie does have some flaws, up to and including there's an appearance by Hulk Hogan, and somehow does not... Almost never have I wanted another appearance in a movie where I'm like, kill him! And I don't do that all the time.
What is with the meta in this movie?
It's so fucking meta.
It's so weird.
When I was watching it, I felt like
this
word kept coming up for me is pastiche. I don't know if you're familiar.
Oh.
So pastiche is
go on,
an artistic work in a style that imitates that of another work, artist, or period. And I felt this was a pastiche of 80s films.
I agree with you.
So like the Hulk Hogan of it, the
Rambo
of it, the Batman Returns, like Dutch angles of it. There were so many references to
Mars
80s.
Attacks, Tim Burton.
Yeah.
This movie,
this is like a hodgepodge pastiche of 80s. More is more cinema.
I have another word for that. It's called IP orgy.
And this movie it beats so many things to it. When you see one of the characters with a WB insignia tattooed on its body, I feel Joe Dante being like, fuck you. Like, that's what I feel from it. My goal here is to get Jess's star rating up. And Ben, I at least want you to put a star on it. The movie does have some issues. It does feel long.
I can't believe it was an hour 46 minutes. I'm still not sure that's true.
And there's some redundancies and some things that haven't aged super well. But
the human characters have no arc.
I disagree. I think Clamp does.
Well, Clamp, sure, but like Clamp is like for me, I mean, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but for me,
I
I'm
think
like
Kate does.
You lose so much of the commentary when you do that to Clamp.
I think that performance is fantastic.
Sure, and I think that's why they did it, because they cast him and he was great, and they were like, "Oh, he can actually pull this off." But clearly, that character was meant to be a arch.
Oh yeah, the only real bad guy in this movie is Christopher Lee. Like that's the true bad
And
guy.
it should be the rich dude.
I don't disagree. I like John Glover's take. We're going to talk a lot about this, I'm sure. And yeah, he commits all the way, just like the movie. I'm at a 4.5.
Holy shit.
I think the movie is
Holy shit.
gorgeous. And I think it really is Joe Dante saying, okay, you want me to come back and do this? I don't want to do Star Wars. I don't want to make toys involved with my movies. I don't want that to limit me. And I'm going to shove this down your fucking throat. Here's what you get. I respect the shit out of that.
I don't disagree with anything you're saying.
It's a 4.5 gizmo caca. Because that's what Spike, Mohawk, Stripe, whatever he's called in this movie, when he grabs poor Gizmo. And we're going to talk about this, so I don't need to say it now. 2 with a heart, 4.5 with a heart.
Whoa.
Very important. I think it's very specific to want to rewatch this movie because I understand Ben's point of view too of like, why did I do this?
Because everything you're saying is like, I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I still don't think it's a good movie.
I just want to note that Paul has said a really serious take, heartfelt take of this movie, and he's also sitting in a chair that sounds like it's farting.
That's what you're hearing.
Is
in
it
the
chair?
background.
It's it could be both. And
Do you not know that I request this chair for every recording?
well, good for you.
It's so he can
like
hide his
that's
farts.
really smart.
Am I a
actually.
Joe Dante?
Like,
Is it strategic?
So you may or may not be hearing the chair or Paul's toots.
Dude's boots.
Toots boots.
Let's start the movie.
Okay,
Great.
finally.
Start the movie! Start the movie! Start the movie!
And now, our feature presentation.
Which I get because the movie does feel long, but like even those long jokes, like the opening, that's Looney Tunes.
I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, I was like,
They're
did we put the right disc in?
This is telling you what the movie is immediately. This is what you're walking into. And Chuck Jones directed and wrote those, and it's intentional.
It's totally intentional.
Yeah.
But it's also Warner Brothers selling their other IP.
Which is what Joe Dante was told to do, and I think he wants to do it to death, almost to rub it in. It's like a sending 37 copies of a movie to somebody thing, where it's just like, kill me.
I don't disagree with that. I don't want to watch that.
And that's okay. This is why I really understand.
Can I tell you
This
something?
is why I understand these. All perspectives are valid.
Is this Joe Dante's auteur film? Is this what we're getting?
I want to tell Paul something that's going to upset him greatly because I said it to you during while we were
Assumption
watching.
makes an ass out of you and me. So.
Well, I told him, I was like, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Space Jam sequel.
I think that's a kind of a low hanging fruit, like lowbrow take.
That's just how it felt. I felt like I was like, oh, we're watching a rehash of the first one.
The Droogs don't show up like in this movie, for instance, like they do in Space Jam 2, where it's just like Freddy Krueger doesn't show up in this movie.
Sure, but the bat signal does.
But it's played for like a laugh. With Space Jam 2, the Droogs thing feels like we want to appeal to a very specific age group that has to take their kids to this or might understand this. The bat signal at that point was so universal. The way that movie...
Was it? Oh yeah, I guess it was 89.
I mean, Warner Brothers technically. But that movie made a crazy amount of money. Like, for all I know, that joke was done in reshoots. And for me, it plays. This movie, as I forgot to mention in my review... They took the bar scene from the first movie and made it into most of a movie.
Well, yeah. So yeah, we had the Warner Brothers beginning, the
Twin Towers.
Twin Towers keep showing up in these movies.
Movies we review.
I just want to let them know.
Nice copter. You assume Sarah Coates is in there?
They're not
reporting.
They're not there anymore.
They're not. Does anybody feel like the level of Clamp will not come down there and leaves the TV and sends his lackeys? Does that work for anybody? In terms of Mr. Wing. And when he says what he wants to call the neighborhood or the district or the gentrification of the area, business ends up, but he puts like a gross pun on it. Like, it feels cringe. It's not played for laughs.
Why didn't this old man if he was gonna die at some point, which he knew he was going to die at some point,
They call it out.
why didn't he make plans
Yeah.
for this creature that could take over the
any
world?
plan.
It's so sad.
But like the creatures in his shop that are dangerous to society, but also like very
Massively.
rare, like made no plans. And didn't he have like a grandson in the first film? Like that young so like what happened to that kid? And like why aren't we
Movie's got a movie.
I guess
Yeah.
the movie's got a movie.
That's
but
what the movie I think is trying to say all the time, and it does it like very heavy-handed at some points. Where it's like movie's got a movie.
Well, yeah,
you can't
'cause-
talk about the rules of the Gremlins.
Gizmo escapes, and this is where it's like it just happens to happen. It's like a made-for-TV Disney movie plot where it's like the dude who works at the tower just happens to find Gizmo, and you're just like, what? Why? What is the, and again, movie has to movie, but that was where I was just like, we're just like, beats are just kind of like, yep.
and I was just
guess.
like, Gizmo's the real victim here.
The humans are so fucking stupid in these movies.
He's the one hero in this movie. Humans are fucking stupid in a lot of cases.
Worse than that googly-eyed gremlin.
And point in case is Robert Picardo when he says like this Confucius or Bruce Lee crack, and when Gizmo's getting hit with Rambo stuff, it has shit to say about the ignorance of, like, when he makes that Bruce Lee comment, you're like, this guy's a fucking asshole. Mm-hmm. And the movie, like, the music kind of plays that way, and it's heavy in the, like, Gizmo is going to be influenced by TV. If you didn't get that message or like that message in the first movie, which I as the director thought I got across, here's what you get in the sequel. You asked for this. And if I didn't get the message across, my bad, here it is. I understand that has become problematic, especially in what you were saying, like Hallmark or Disney movie type thing. And like movies got a movie. But I think the movie says it at so many points.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem. The thing that I'm talking about is like when Gizmo escapes and the one of the twins from the science
from Terminator 2. Yeah,
is he in Terminator 2?
They're in Terminator 2 as well.
Okay,
but he finds him. I'm just like, okay, I guess like this makes sense because the movie has to movie and he has to get to this building. It's just a level of like happenstance that
they use exposition. Like a very quick exposition dump. If you want to find something weird, you have to come downtown. And that's the end of it.
Yeah.
I don't like the constant Gizmo abuse in this movie. Gizmo to me doesn't fall out of the movie. It goes on this Rambo journey of like, we're going to torture this character until like we make him like steel or I don't like that.
We're just gonna make him dance
like a toaster. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the CG too. When they they didn't do that in the first one,
I
right?
don't think so.
The like zoom out CG
blue screen
of Gizmo walking.
I think they believed, and I don't think the lighting change is that rough or dramatic. Do people remember how a lot of in blue screen or green screen, like the lighting changes? I don't think it's that bad considering the era.
There are other movies that are worse.
Thank you, Jessica.
Although Jurassic Park comes out in like a couple years after this. Like,
yeah, but okay, you can't hold things up to Jurassic Park.
Why not? It's a movie. It came out a couple years later. Why can you not?
They have rarely met that standard.
Sure.
Movies of any time.
What I'm just saying is like those moments where I see Gizmo scrambling around where it's not the pup anymore and it's blue screen or whatever, it looks rough to me.
I don't know. I love to see him dance.
I do too.
I think you also have not only a budget and a timeline, but a filmmaker with an approach when you look at Jurassic Park that is massively different than this movie.
Sure.
Yes, they're both movies, but that's like a blanket statement that I think is like, there's more nuance to that. Jurassic Park is something, I think you're right. It's something so singular that I can't weigh the two against each other ultimately.
I mean, no.
The right. I can't put a heart on Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park is 5 stars.
That's
Jurassic Park is
end
just
of story,
5 hearts.
Period.
Yeah, or
that's
whatever you want to rate it. As long as it's a 5 or approaching.
But to be clear, you gave this 4.5.
And this is I love the lighting of the movie, and I love the angry approach of the movie, the really heavy-handed hammer in the forehead approach of the movie, that especially digging into it, knowing Joe Dante was like, I don't want to do this. everything is an escalation from the first movie. It's not massively different from the first movie, but everything is an escalation. Well, now it's an electric gremlin and a tomato gremlin and a fucking dumbass gremlin, and it's in the movie, all that stuff. It all comes from a place of like, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
I'm so glad you also feel this.
Yeah.
Do you like it at all, or is it already grating to you like it feels? It's grating to you, right, Ben?
I mean,
like immediately.
It's just exhausting. I just like
it is tiring.
And the plot points are just, to me, I'm like, invest more in the script. Give me a little bit more to hook into character-wise from the human point of view. Because I just, when those two fuckers from the first one show back up, and I'm just like, oh, these fucking...
The Futtermans?
These fucking people again.
That
like,
poor man.
That
and also
to a degree,
everyone though, like the main kid Billy or whatever, when he like, I don't really give a shit about Billy. Like Billy could fuck off. I don't.
He recognizes and cares about Gizmo, but like also Gizmo is the most dangerous creature on the face of the planet, considering the thing.
Like,
and he just
I'm going to put him in a drawer, and hey, don't come out of the drawer, Gizmo. And also, like, I'm going to leave for the night.
And also, gee whiz, I didn't know my boss wanted to fuck me when it was obvious to everybody with eyeballs.
Oh yeah, you don't have to have googly eyes for that.
Googly eyes.
Yeah, I think he considers like doing something that he absolutely should not do because he wants to like work his way up. There's a level of selfishness that happens, but when the thing about the banality of the future, or the way that corporations want to run things, when Robert Picardo comes through and is like, that's not an authorized picture. We need things that are color coordinated and authorized.
Fascism.
I think it's so forward looking and a really good commentary, and it's dark and it's difficult, and it's in a movie that it's like you turn away for a while and you turn back, but it's always something interesting.
Our fascist corporate overlords aren't gonna be upset about this, are they? You know, there's
the smart building fucking up things that don't need to be smart or AI.
Smart House.
Yeah,
a made-for-TV Disney movie.
We don't need it.
It's true. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that's the thing where I'm like, when we see this laboratory, first off, this like futuristic mall / skyscraper or what
Trump Tower.
Trump Tower, yeah.
Clamp Tower.
First off, it just look. She was right. It looks like a Nickelodeon set. That's how.
Well, okay. First of all, the security, a level 5 lab. There is none security.
There's no clean room.
There's no like the guy, the package delivery guy just like walks right down a short hallway into this.
No, there's a short hallway. It looks like a circus hallway. Like
well, yeah, but it's short in length, and he just like comes around the corner and he sees everything, and like there's no containment. There needs to be like a hermetically sealed vestibule and then
hermetically sealed vestibules. Not a sponsor, but I just want to say it again.
And so, yeah, they're just doing the science wrong, and really, they asked for this. They set themselves up to fail.
I don't disagree with you, and I don't disagree with anybody about the sets or that the movie like does not care about the science. It does not care. It doesn't concern itself with that. It really just concerns itself with like, we're going to give you exposition and set pieces and try to move, but there is so much validity to what you're both saying about how slow the movie can be at times and how things are just happen in like a line. Like when we meet Fred and his show's getting canceled and that whole thing, and we go on a walk with Fred and Billy, and Fred says about Clamp, like, that guy's strange.
Also,
and it's like, yeah, of course
Billy
everybody feels that way.
Have a relationship with this Dracula presenter? Like, how are they besties?
Oh,
like,
they ran into each other.
Architect, right?
He's like doing drawings, and then he just like walks into this recording studio.
What's wrong with this intergenerational relationship they have? Friendship.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't be friends. I'm just saying, like, how did this happen, and why? Like, it just.
It's not important to the movie.
The relationship?
The movie doesn't feel it's important to the movie because Fred has his character arc. What he wants is to become taken seriously and become a newscaster, and he gets that.
Character arc. I loved that.
He's one of a few, yeah.
Great. Love that for him. But the fact that we just have like Billy going around. So this building we have just seen a delivery man walk into a high secret like laboratory, and then we see Billy just go into a live set, a hot set, and there's just like everything everywhere all at once. In this building, everything is happening.
I will say, like, the armchair quarterback in me kind of wanted them to not have Billy and Kate. Is that her name?
Yeah, Phoebe Cates.
Yeah. Part of me was just like, let's just go on. Move on.
Here's the thing: is we all feel this movie is a little overlong. Mm-hmm. Do you really wish that they went into the backstory of him and Fred? Do you really wish, or do you wish it was this capsule story about what's happening in this moment?
They could have done it so easily with just like a line of like, because he's a man who walks around in his Dracula outfit, just out in, so it could have been like, man, I was really stressed on my first day and you helped me out, like you took me. It could have been really easy. But like you said, movie's got a movie. We don't super care about it.
But their relationship also doesn't super matter for the plot.
But Fred's story matters.
Fred's story matters.
And so having him and Billy, so it's like, this guy just got his show, Fred, moved to 3:30 a.m. This is his 9-to-5 job, is dressing like this guy. For all we know, based on Billy's disposition from the first movie, this is a guy that he'd see and be like, this is a program he'd watch, potentially. So, like, the idea of him wanting to engage this guy where Clamp Cable Network exists in this building. So it's
CCN.
I think we needed
CCN, not CNN, to be which Ted Turner owned at the time.
We needed Billy and Kate to help us transition into this second film from the first one, to be that bridge, to know what to do with Gizmo, to share with everyone what happens with Gizmo.
Except Billy doesn't know what to do because he leaves him in a fucking drawer.
Well, no, but he knew what to do with it, and then he says later, like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Because Billy's a dum-dum.
No,
Billy's
Billy
got googly eyes. But then we needed Billy to talk to Fred so that the audience can introduce Fred. And so Billy was really just like an expositional tool to help set up this film.
Billy is an expositional tool for this movie. Yeah. It is bizarre to a degree that it follows him almost by happenstance because it followed him through the first movie. Yeah. And it's helping me realize a little, Ben, there's some validity to, like, Gizmo, now that Barney the dog is gone, is the hero of this series.
Yeah.
And Gizmo goes through hell, and we as an audience go through hell with him to get to the point of, like, his payoff moment and these moments that the movie wants. And I do like that Billy hears the delivery guy whistling that tune from the first movie.
That was a good trick.
The movie knows the things that are, like, adorable or that audiences will want and uses to punch its point home, like where Billy goes up and gets the monkey, gets by Julia Sweeney from SNL, it's Pat, and gets the monkeys out of Christopher Lee, who's clearly the super evil guy. All these guys in this laboratory are the evil guys, and lets the monkeys out. And you're like, yeah, great. There are little moments, character moments, that I think provide levels of context or redemption.
For Billy?
In general. Okay. And that's the thing. That's, to your point again, a problem with the movie is the movie has a tendency to be kind of general.
I mean, would you call this movie fan service?
I think it's filmmaker service. It's Tarantino writing about feet.
But I mean, like, using some of these things, like,
I feel like that
there's so many callbacks.
Is not nice to Joe Dante.
But there's a level of, I think, doing something like this where you're, like, grinning and laughing to yourself.
I'm doing something.
Where it's like, I don't know if I care if anybody likes this. My check's going to clear.
Yeah. No, I think that was very
But that's different than, like, doing something for, like, to make it. I hear what you're saying, but that's like, to me, it feels more like fan service, where it's like, I'm just going to give everybody the thing that they kind of want.
And that's, the movie does that, I think, with Gizmo, especially with, like, they really amp up the purr that Gizmo has in this movie, and which is a gift and a miracle every time I get to hear it. Sandcat did not like it.
Rudy, again, was not in the room, and I kept asking Jess, where's our Gizmo? Yeah. Where's our Mogwai?
He didn't like it at all.
On the notes of these things, like, where it's like Billy bangs Gizmo's head into the and you're like, no, I don't like that. Don't do that.
I think one of the easy solutions, so like when Billy goes on this date with his boss, to me, like if that drawer could lock, easy solution for me is that Billy locks this drawer and Gizmo picks it and gets out. That's
kind of fun.
Yeah,
that solves
fun.
two problems to me. It gives me Billy understands that this is a dangerous creature.
Yeah.
And it gives me Gizmo having agency and being like, I've gotten better.
Yeah, having capability without the like the broken montage that happens later.
Yeah, it felt like Billy was acting below his intelligence.
Yes, I agree with that.
From what we saw in the first film.
Especially by the end.
He's kind of doing a Jack Burton and Big Trouble in Little China thing where he's just kind of a dipshit and he's just kind of along for the ride. But I don't
He's Mr. Bean in this.
hate it.
He's just Mr. Bean in his way through.
I like that, but I don't know if I agree with it. So this is one of the things that I'm just like, sequel wants to point out things that happen in sequels, and it brings in John Aston. He's the janitor that's squirting from the and Gizmo
squirting janitors. Oh
yeah, from the water fountain, and he's talking to it and what he's going to do to it, and Gizmo doesn't immediately run away, and that's the moment where it's like Gizmo loses his absolute purity to me, where it's like you could easily scuffle off and not get wet.
You know what's going to happen.
But movie's got to happen.
No, but he did move away
a little,
and he was like hiding under the drafts board, and then the water got on the draft board and it dripped on him. He didn't see it happening.
You're fighting for this.
I
Okay,
I do think though,
because this is a moment that upsets me because you can tell that Gizmo is in pain whenever he gets wet and he has to shoot out the clone puffballs or whatever they are. And like he doesn't like that, and so I don't believe that Gizmo would be like, it's fine getting wet.
I just don't understand why he doesn't run 20 feet away. But there's also the gag that happens of like, not only Movie's got a movie, but like no matter what he does, no matter where he moves, water's gonna get him.
I want to remind you that in the first one, they run through snow.
Yeah. This is the people in the control room.
The logistics.
You two are the people in the control room.
The logistics of not getting wet. It's just like, what if
consider
they
the atmosphere?
What if they do they have to drink water?
It's like signs.
Yeah, it's like signs. Yeah, they walk into the atmosphere, and they're in New York in the summer. It's humid.
Why was Mr. Wing considering
Mr. Bean?
Mr. Wing.
Oh, sorry.
Considering how dangerous this animal is, it is adorable. Is it eternal? Is it mythical? Is it globally vital in some way? Why is this creature being preserved? That is my biggest question, is that this thing is...
And it's Gizmo specifically.
Except for maybe he's the last one for all we know until we get to that. But that this is, it ends up evolving into the cousin of the Predator or the Thing, where it's like, this is globally... disastrous.
Gizmo never chooses to cocoon, and they all.
But water finds him.
No, but
you know what I'm saying?
All of his little clones cocoon and become like lizard zombies or whatever, and he doesn't.
And he doesn't want that.
He doesn't
As Jess was saying, like there's a level of just agony that this poor creature goes through.
I don't think Mr. Wing was trying to necessarily save Gizmo's species, because he was still removed from his native habitat.
Yeah.
And that's not conservation.
He's in a cage.
In a cage with no plans for no contingencies. Like, that's not good conservation, y'all.
He couldn't bring himself to say, this is the thing from the movie The Thing. I can't.
Yeah.
He was going to...
He just didn't know what to do with it. I think he was...
He couldn't bring himself to do the horrible,
just kill
horrific...
it.
Yeah. Is that the thing? Because he does that, movies don't happen.
I mean, the evolution...
I think... and maybe here's opportunity for future franchises. But like,
Pokemon inspired by this.
There has to be deep lore about the Mogwai from where its place of origin. There has to be. And so like there has to be an indigenous or native peoples who know how to handle the Mogwai. And that's who it should be being returned to.
Well, and he was he that person?
I don't know.
This is me wanting story beyond the movie.
He should have known not to take it into New York City and put it in a cage and let silly white people come around and poke at it.
Let me say, like, in the first one, I'm not as interested in that. To me, that becomes like the midichlorians effect, where I'm like, I don't need to know why the magical creature exists. Just let the magical creature exist. So I'm like, do I need to have that background?
No, I don't need to know why he exists, but I think the question was like, why didn't he have a plan?
He should have had a plan for sure.
Yeah, so I have to be on my soapbox here. And he shouldn't have been there in the first place. And I don't think Mr. Wing had good intentions for it because he was running a shop and he was in a shop. That's the illegal pet trade.
He was. And Clamp's offer to essentially say, I just need to demolish this and I'll still, we'll keep your business. Was Clamp... do you think those were his intentions? I think they were. He would have let him keep his business.
In Seattle, where
thought. I mean, when you look at a deal, when you hear about that deal, you're like, "Oh, no way would he respect that."
Sounds like a bad deal.
But after seeing the performance of that actor, I'm like, "Oh,
see." And this is where
would have.
I think they changed. I think they changed what Clamp was going to do and be because the actor was so strong.
It's in the fun facts. That was a actor choice by John Glover to say, I'm going to play this character as what's the best version of a billionaire? Just someone who's not fucking self-aware and obsessed with making money and or having weird fantasies about going out at night and beating the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Rather than just contributing.
Yeah.
But this movie, just to your point,
Mark Cuban.
The people that went through this, that are now going through this a second time, the Futtermans, which I think it's great that Mr. Futterman is getting therapy because he needed it regardless outside of this traumatic event that he went through and his marriage and his war trauma and just his personage and his fear of communism. But these people that didn't plan for this get so unbelievably fucking lucky twice. Well, that they just fall into success. They fall upward.
I want to just talk about real quick that because we're getting bogged down and
we're still in the second act
and so
long.
I know I'm gonna convince one or both of you.
Gizmo gets wet. A bunch of the pop things come out. They're the same. Some of them are the same, or at least Stripe is the same. The rest of them are new.
Kind of. It's like it signifies a leader.
Yeah.
It signifies like an alpha.
Yeah, Stripe or Spike or whatever.
Yeah, I think they call him Mohawk.
Okay.
Some shit.
Kate is told to go take care of Gizmo, and she accidentally gets the really dumb fucking looking one.
The googly-eyed gremlin.
And it just starts throwing shit at her.
Dude, it's immediately aggressive and acts like a gremlin. Like it just wants to fuck shit up. Like just be chaotic.
And her haircut is that Lord Farquaad.
You're obsessed with her? And you're
it's called a page boy.
This was not like a Courtney Cox Scream 3 haircut. Like this didn't get me.
Oh,
easy, Geraldo.
I was asking Jess
Did
the
it
whole
get
time.
you, Jess?
Yeah,
okay,
so Ben was like,
me.
"Babe, what is the name of that haircut?" And I was like, "A page boy?" He's like, "Yeah, it's like the Snow White haircut."
And then they mentioned Snow White.
Action.
And she had the little
They
red,
do it a point,
the
which was in the first movie.
Yeah, she has the headband too.
Your mom made you an apple pie, somebody sat on it on the bus, kills me every time. Because all this movie wants to do is make you laugh. Now, that's the main thing I'm going to use for my argument is how much did you laugh through the movie despite the length, and how much are we laughing here? Because I think that's the entire mission of the movie, I believe, is to just make you laugh at how ridiculous it is.
Oh, you're asking. I didn't laugh that much. I think I chortled a few times, but
Come saw.
It was more of like disbelief that a thing was happening.
And you'll watch it again, and that disbelief will become exalted laughter.
But I wasn't like, ha ha ha, this is a funny movie. I didn't watch it thinking that this...
That was so good. I love that.
No, but I didn't watch
it
thinking...
It's so specific. It's very specific.
I didn't watch it thinking this is a comedy.
It doesn't present itself
as a comedy. So I wasn't laughing as if it were a comedy.
It was in the comedy section.
Thank you, Be Kind, for making my point. That it should be in the comedy section, even though I think it tricks you.
I think we as we have to categorize movies because of awards or like whatever, we have to use very broad terms. And like
The Bear
this
is a
would,
comedy.
Yeah, this would not be a drama, or this would, like this could be like sci-fi fantasy because of the creatures and stuff.
It's a fantasy movie.
And
100%.
does it have some jokes and yucks in it? Like, yeah, it does. But like, I'm not.
So does Lord of the Rings.
It has the Looney Tunes. It has sound effects lifted literally from the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, it's like a cartoon.
What determines a comedy?
Oh God, we're gonna be here. Please keep going, Paul.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
no.
keep going.
I'm tired.
So okay, the yogurt thing.
We've
where
only
it's
been going an hour and a half.
Is it all Yeah, kind of like the movie. It just feels long.
Yeah.
All natural. Is the yogurt all natural? Is it pesticide free? And this is like 1990. Which I think is pretty good. Did
they have a good home? Was the chicken?
Exactly. It goes Portlandia.
Yeah.
Or Portlandia goes this. The toppings do contain potassium benzoate.
I don't know, hold those SOBs.
What is that?
That's bad.
Tell me what it is.
It's bad.
Okay.
It's a topping, and it's bad. Billy getting caught turning off the water by Rick Ducommun from the Burbs, and the eggs in the putrid stage.
He's only in it for like a second.
He's in it for, it's like a
cameo?
A cameo, because he and Joe Dante are homies or whatever, I assume. It's like some of the weird imagery that's so random. I'm with you guys, where it's like the mimes getting out when Billy's released.
What is
I'm
that?
like, what? Huh?
What is that?
I'm feeling this is a sequel. It's being more ridiculous and more on every level, but some of it is just like, huh?
I enjoy the first one a lot more than Jess, obviously. But
me too.
I enjoy the first one because of its simplicity to a degree. It's
very simple. I agree.
I really appreciate how real the stakes are in that movie. I never feel that anyone in this movie is truly in danger.
I think because like the genre of the first one leans towards horror. This one leans towards farce.
It does. I do believe that, especially Clamp, especially when he's told like you could be the hero of the city, the savior of the city, that character specifically like has a lot invested in making sure that those creatures stay in that building.
Sure. Yeah.
I do think that a few characters when Kate sees the kiss on Billy and is just like, you know what? I got bigger fucking fish to fry than this asshole right now. And it doesn't come up till later. Some other things that are played clearly for laughs, but the Gremlins are now attacking the Clump cable network.
Clump?
Clump?
Beverly Hills Hillbillies?
The Clumps! Come on
Those
now.
are the Clampets.
The nutty
Clampets?
Clumps. The nutty Clampet Clumpets. But they attack the microwave show, and clearly Joe Dante hates fucking microwaves, I guess. But the exploding microwave and the control room attack. This is my big thing about this movie, is that the Gremlins attack all these security guards that are calling out the science of this duo of movies, where they're talking about how do they multiply? How do they do this and that, and caraway seeds and after midnight, and a gremlin pops out of a control panel and attacks people and punches this guy, which I feel like is Joe Dante saying like, are you not entertained? Like, just let me entertain you. Calm down.
Yeah, that happens.
But Robert Picardo also, doubling down on the shittiness of him, of almost being the Roy Cohn of just him being awful and super shitty and constantly just in his own head and up his own ass, and taking that woman's flashlight that she was going to use to defend herself and just snagging it and saying, whatever they are, they got to respect the chain of command. And how seriously he takes himself.
I mean, the people who die in this movie should die.
And the look the woman gives him, by the way, when he says that, where she's like, give me a fucking break.
There's so much meta commentary in this movie.
Yeah.
That I was like, when like the literal film reel spirals and we get the Gremlins eating it and Hulk Hogan and shit, I was like, what? Why?
Because they can.
Yeah.
Because he can.
I guess. Again, I just come back to how the first one.
Yeah, it's just not funny to you. Like, it's just
yeah, it's just not funny to me.
And that's okay.
I think that's really where it comes.
Jess is kind of shrugging her shoulders. I feel like I might lose the heart because I'm talking too much about this movie. Clamp planning an award, like a parade for himself, and the Looney Tunes of this, in terms of the Gremlins, can apparently manifest whatever they want. Glasses, tiny sweaters, guns, like no gizmo shirts, that these are like magical fucking creatures, and the effect of the gremlin getting shredded to me is very satisfying.
And gremlins then meet science, right? Then they get to like,
yep.
And this is where, what did they say when they're like, this is sunscreen, genetic sunscreen.
Genetic
Love it.
sunscreen.
And I was like, so this literal, this
we don't
shot
tea and we don't burn
is rewriting their genome.
Love it.
I'm like, is that what they mean by saying genetic? Because I'm not sure they're using that word right. Genetic sunscreen.
I don't know if the movie cares. I think a lot of people understand genetic rather than genome. And the movie's taking the lower hanging fruit in this moment.
Vegetables.
Or picking an olive off for the martini. But the movie's like, great. You want more gremlins? Here's a fucking tomato gremlin. Here's an electric gremlin. Here's a flying gremlin.
Well, they knew they needed a gremlin to get out of the building and to survive.
And become a gargoyle. And how many of them were toys later?
I don't know.
I imagine a lot of them.
I assume.
We gotta look it up.
Yeah.
Or on lunch pails or on
You know who would be really good at finding this? Sarah Coates. Sarah Coates is incredible at finding like 80s and 90s toys.
Already, as we established in the beginning of this movie, in the chopper observing, collecting data, keeping an eye out, googly eyes
Sarah
everywhere,
Coates,
sees
here?
everything.
Is Sarah Coates in the room right now?
But Leonard Maltin reading part of his own review from the first movie. And then just being like, and Leonard Maltin saying, I liked this movie better. It admits that it's a cash grab.
Once we got to like the midpoint and we have the like meta celluloid shadow puppets, and then we have the Hulk Hogan, and then we have the Leonard Maltin, we have all of these like super meta moments. To me, as a script writer, if my story was only that of the Gremlins exacting mayhem onto this building, that movie's not very long. And so we need to add some filler to it. Why not these pop culture icons and these little, meta moments? And for all we know, there may have been more on the cutting room floor.
I guess the thing about like Bulk Pigster, the king of the pigs showing up at the movie theater, Bulk Hogston, the big, ugly, stupid piece of trash that shows up in the movie theater. The movie, I guess that's the thing, is it's just like the filmmaker just, I get why you guys are where you are. Filmmaker is just like, I don't like this either. And what I assume that the world wanted was more Gremlins, so here you fucking go.
I don't think
that must be what you want.
I don't think those moments made me angry like they did Ben, which I'm assuming was his experience. Like, you seemed like upset that they were happening.
Upset about what?
The celluloid moment, the Hulk Hogan, the Leonard Maltin.
Was there a lot of eye rolling?
I think it was more just like, why? This is not
anger, confusion.
This is not progressing any story.
But you seemed like kind of upset by it, whereas I was just like,
I think because I'm always coming back to script. Like, that is always what I'm coming back to. And if the script isn't giving me anything, that is just like a thing shoved into the middle that I'm just like, okay, well, I guess.
I hear that. Like, this, if this were like a traditional like 3-act story, it's not great.
Structure's weird.
But I can appreciate this film from like where, Paul, I think you're coming from, is that this was just a series of strong choices by a filmmaker.
Yeah, just sketches strung together.
And that this was just like, a series of strong choices for maybe no reason at all, but they seemed like very personal reasons of Joe Dante to like include it. And so this becomes like Joe Dante's burn book, like, you know.
Regina referred to herself.
I don't disagree with any of that.
Slut.
I just don't want to watch it.
No, yeah, like this is not
it.
a movie like that is a typical movie that I enjoy. I would much rather watch the extended all three cuts of all three films of Lord of the Rings than to watch this film again.
Oh, I'm losing the heart. Oh no.
That's just because this type of film isn't my jam as like a cinema goer.
I get it. I
My
understand.
2 stars are mostly there for the effects, just to be clear.
You got your little list there.
No,
Are we
I do.
getting to the effects?
It's what you were saying just a moment ago, Jess, about how personal it is and what we're talking about effects, where it's leaning into the practical, basic stuff like close-up camera effects when the gremlins are multiplying in the backs. When the water happens.
When the smart gremlin, when they get the water on him and the electrification.
Yeah.
And they have this rigged up gremlin to like fall over an edge and to like shoot ooze out and that like drips down.
Gooier was a request on this movie.
Yeah, and it was
Googlier
such a,
and gooier.
It was giving like the Tales of the Crypt.
Yes, the laugh even at points.
Yeah, but like how they looked when they started melting, and that moment was sick.
This is the point that I made, as you're saying, like the practical stuff or the things that they're doing with the camera, like where it's so personal that it's like acid, do not throw in face, and one of the gremlins throws it in the face of the other one, and then it rotates toward the camera and lifts its like Phantom of the Opera mask. Like this was their plan the whole time. Like they have this insane knowledge of every single gremlin and every single experience it's ever had before. Again, like there's a level of these feeling like magical imps, like chaotic evil creatures.
They're fairies.
And Gizmo being tortured and chewing his way out finally, where as we've lost the Gizmo thread, as Ben said, but Gizmo chews himself out after he gets like hit with the train and the poor copier thing and the whole thing, where it's like that copier thing, by the way, would have killed that poor thing.
The light, yeah.
Yeah, but he goes full Rambo, and Futterman, who's also anti-commie, like Sylvester Stallone, Gizmo and Futterman are like, communism, bad. And Futterman does this redeemable thing where he's like, I know how to fucking deal with this. I'm a brave and capable person. I went through therapy for this. I'm fucking going in. And like, I really appreciate not only his offer, but like that it follows immediately up by Clamp being like, human beings in there, real lives. You know what kind of lawsuits we're looking at? Like where there's always this edge of him being this non-self-aware, like, I'm here to make money. Like he's not ever too nice. The writing is always just a little bit making sure that it's like, I don't like him. He's not a bad guy, but I don't like him.
I like him more than I like him in Scrooged.
Yes.
I think his character
He's
is
so good, man.
I think his character is more likable in this than and it is because he like he does go on a quest to like save the day. He's not just like a suit who's like looking out for himself.
He runs in with those people at the end of the movie and clearly shows that he's incapable and has no business running in with them. But there's a level of him, like he's willing to self-sacrifice.
Yeah, he's not just a, like the scaredy cat who runs away. And I feel like in Scrooge, he is kind of just a suit who's just in it for himself.
He's being sold by people. He's sold on the idea of Kingston Falls. He's open to being sold, and it doesn't feel like he's going to steal like the character, one of the characters he's based on. Like that he wants to, but he also wants to create like corporate company towns, which is a problem.
Potterville.
But when Billy says his plan and Clamp says, or Billy says, I think we strike at 420, and Clamp's like, I like that. And I finally get to use my secret exit. I like that. Like he's kind of just a very excitable, childlike dipshit. I kind of like.
Like Richie Rich?
Sure. Macaulay Culkin himself.
I think he is
Home Alone?
I think he is the character that I care the most about in this, except for the Dracula dude. I like the Dracula dude a lot.
He has a good arc. I like Kate's
He kind of
thing.
disappears.
I like Kate's thing too.
Yeah, I mean, Kate kind of, again, is like sidelined a little bit in this, and then like, it feels like the human characters in this are just kind of like wandering through set pieces.
Yeah.
Like, that's just kind of like, they're just kind of like meandering into another, a bat gremlin or a spider gremlin, or just kind of like, sure, they're not actually, what is the ultimate goal of the movie?
To not be a dramatic extension of the first movie, which it seems like it's extremely successful at.
Okay, so what is the goal of the story?
To make money. That's why this movie exists. That's why it happened, was to try to make money.
Isn't that like, why is that something to be happy about?
But Joe Dante wasn't happy about it. And
Sure.
I thought it was extremely clear. And it's problematic that we've reached the point. This is part of the reason why I brought up the Netflix Warner Brothers thing, is it's really upsetting that this thing that seems so fucking angry that it even exists, that it almost is intentional in the like, you want another hour and 45-minute little romp of like product placement? Here you go. And everybody's point is valid. I think that this movie is fantastically acted by the non-top 2 or 3 build. I think that the puppeteering is amazing. Sure. I think the blue screen work for the time is really good. And I think the movie does what it wants to do in terms of like, this goes up to 11. Like with every single thing, it's just turned up a little.
It's all marshmallows.
Now Spider Gremlin.
It's all marshmallows.
But
and the fact that the Phoebe Kate monologue about
oh my god,
President's Day.
It sounds worse. It sounds more traumatic.
Yeah, but the fact that it was a joke, that it was
My
a reference
God.
to the first film, and they made it into a joke. Just how like self-aware that moment was, of just like, fuck the first film.
Well,
we don't care. Like, this is, I'm the captain now,
Joe Dante demanded that first that monologue was in the first movie. It was in our fun facts section.
Yeah.
That Spielberg and Dante went after it about having this really heavy, difficult, dramatic storyline with her. And the fact that they are willing to say like, look, we have to jettison anything that really matters. And like pointing it out, like, yeah, there's a level of it that's funny that I think that works for me. And there's a level of it that's difficult that it's like, why are you throwing this away? I'm going to do this monologue in my acting class on Tuesday. I try to do it every year. I love that monologue.
Yeah, so I think that
it's so bizarre and wonderful.
I don't remember what I gave Gremlins, but I'm pretty sure
like a 4,
I gave it 3.5 or 4. It's like I really like that movie. And I think that like what this movie does as a sequel is the thing that I mostly dislike in sequels. Mm-hmm. It's what I dislike in The Mummy Returns. It's what I dislike in Jurassic Park: The Lost World. It's so much about commenting on the movie prior to it and just and all it does to like elevate the story is just trying to increase
smashing
the stakes.
The Legos
is just like bringing the stakes up higher, and you're like, oh yeah, well now there's more raptors, now there's and I think that is the thing that I dislike about sequels is I like Aliens because Aliens doesn't just increase the amount of aliens, it like differs the stakes. It makes the stakes way more different and more grounded in a way that most sequels don't have the build. T2 does the same thing, right?
Lost life, lost family for Ripley and Sarah Connor. Like they've lost their life and they've lost their family at least once. And then Ripley has to go through this at least twice.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And I feel this, and I know you've seen these, Jess. The Alien and Alien $sign.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that Gizmo is as much Rambo as he is Ripley, where there is this like reticence, like kind of Ripley is pushed to an edge. And I think Gizmo is pushed to an edge. It's never earned that character goes through all the shit that he goes through, or it goes through. But at the end that he comes into his his peak, his Dante's peak, where he's like made this bow and arrow and he's going to fucking save everybody. Like from the spider gremlin that was going to...
He's Kevin McAllister.
Yeah, he's waiting for them to show up. He wants them to show up. He could have called the cops at any time.
Do you feel that Ripley? I don't necessarily feel Ripley in this.
No, I didn't feel it at all. I felt like very like Rambo or John McClane or something.
I feel that, I guess I'm letting Alien 3 bleed over a little bit, where there's like an anger about having to get to the point, or like the marketing part of it, or like, why are we still doing this? That seems to be happening, where like, this is where the movie that's been jumping the shark the entire time goes, let's do it again. Like, where Gimbal? That's
Gimbals? Go to Gimbals? That's an elf.
Yeah. Oh, great Christmas movie.
I love that movie.
But now we have New York, the Reebok sign. Remember our box? They were flying high at this time.
This was a high
Pump
Reebok
it up,
sign.
dude.
Now?
White Men Can't Jump.
Anybody got Reeboks?
This and...
I think in 1990, I did have a pair of Reeboks. They were white and they went up your ankle a little bit with some Velcro.
Basketball like
Yeah.
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 I would pump it up, like to
the air pump.
Yeah, to dunk it or whatever, make me jump a little higher. I had to pump it up.
I had Reeboks at one point. I thought that air pump was so cool.
Does anybody get a laugh at all out of the like Phantom of the Opera, like acid gremlin coming back, where the movie's just like, we're still going, gag,
I really
gag,
appreciated it because it really, because that was like right when the Warner Brothers Tattoo was happening.
Yeah.
And then we have the Phantom of the Opera, which, you know, that was the hottest show on Broadway.
It was the hottest show on earth.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, this is a pastiche of 80s pop culture. And like bringing it all in. And so
it really is.
I was like appreciated that they did bring it in because it is a time capsule of that moment.
We've used that term a lot on this program. Time capsule. This is part of what makes Heart or No Heart or ratings that happen. I was but only 62 years old and very stylish wearing Remember Our Box at this time when this movie came out. That is part of what makes the movie so legitimate across every single feeling to me. Is it's just like the movie is going for broke all the time, and as much as I feel that in the movie, everything that happens in that Key and Peele sketch is also, it feels completely legitimate. Like two things can be true.
Yeah.
And I think that's hard to achieve. Same matter can't occupy same space. But Marla, by the way, is it interesting to anybody else that Daniel Clamp marries somebody or ends up with somebody named Marla? Like
what is
that meatbag did? His second wife was Marla Maples. Which I was like, wow, how fucking predictive is this movie? But when Billy says, Marla, smoke. That's one of the only things that Billy does in either movie that I laugh at. The thing that I laugh at this movie, without question, every single time, elevator, go, or what, elevator, sound alarm, and all the gremlins go, like that makes me laugh every time.
They're silly.
Yeah, the tattoo of Warner Brothers is just like, yeah, great, go for it. Who cares? Kitchen sink, doesn't matter. You're not getting the deposit back anyway.
I mean, they really are creatures of chaos, right? They are
chaotic evil.
They are Loki. They are fairies. They are throughout folklore and myth. We have creatures of chaos.
That's why you shouldn't do Elf on the Shelf. Never invite the Fae into your home.
Ben, to your point, like with Gizmo, with like the bow and arrow, or having him have some agency to get out of the drawer, it's like Willow. Use the fucking acorn on the dragon thing or something else you encountered before you get to the end of the movie. Do something that gives the character some level
other than a montage.
Correct. And the movie does like a busted kind of salon, like montage of like Gizmo getting buff where he busts through the floor, which is cute. But it's also like Gizmo's ripped as shit. Like if he can hold that up and go through a floor, wow.
He goes Uncle Iroh. If anyone gets that, I know you get that reference.
I do.
Jessica Erin Martin.
Go on.
It's from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Nope, I'm lost. The M. Night Shyamalan movie. He's my birthday buddy.
What?
We're both. We have the same birthday, August 6th.
Aw.
Same birthday.
Do yourself a favor someday and just go hard and binge the series.
The hose and gremlin attack, this electric gremlin that's been trapped in the phone line.
Yeah.
There's a level of it to me that's a little bit like, that it's Billy that thinks of the plan. Like, it feels unearned.
I mean, that whole little sequence, I was like, okay. I mean, this is the whole... I was like, yeah, this is why we have an electric gremlin. Like, there's no other reason to have an electric gremlin except for this.
But, like, there's no other reason to have a vegetable gremlin or a bat gremlin or smart gremlin.
Sure, but the
smart gremlin is Smart gremlin is...
I like the smart gremlin.
Absolute Dante's peak.
It adds a lot to the story.
The performance of that... And that when he gets super smart and it starts
but in terms of the
electric
gremlin, it's just a character for plot, right?
I like that Clamp and Billy trap it. Like, there is a level of Clamp with the shredder and the trapping of the electric gremlin.
Why would that work? I think
it doesn't. But the movie doesn't care that it doesn't work.
No, but it does work. They put it on hold.
But it doesn't actually work, is what you're saying. Practically, it makes no sense.
No, my thing is
I misunderstood you.
No, I'm just saying, like, in terms of, like, you create a gremlin made of electricity, and then he's like, okay, and then he just knows, like, I'm going to hold up the phone, and it's going to put it in the phone, and then I'm going to hold it. Why? Why is that a thing? Why do you know that?
We're making similar points where there are things that happen for Billy that are unearned. Like, he fails upward.
Yeah. And a lot of
he never had a fucking plan between movie 1 and 2. Gizmo.
He's just a mediocre white guy.
Yes,
he's gonna fail upwards his whole life.
I'm gonna be honest. His drawing, not that great.
I think it's pretty good.
I thought it was.
I think it's a pretty good drawing.
Nice.
I think it's fine.
Lose the elm trees. They say death. They say Freddy Krueger.
I think it's fine.
They say New Line Cinema, and that's done with. But
why does he know how to do this?
I think it's kind of what we're saying, where it's just like movies got a movie, and like Billy has to have these moments because
he doesn't
in the 80s, he doesn't earn it. I don't disagree with you.
He doesn't lock Gizmo into a drawer, but he does know how to electrocute a bunch
Makes
of...
no sense. Did he learn a lesson between then before he says, like, shouldn't have done that? Like, I don't fucking know. I don't know if I care.
Okay.
I care about stuff in this movie where it's like, Gizmo has the smile and the Rambo keyboard buzz plays, like where it refers shit that the movie is trying to be delightful in, where all the gremlins get fried after all their various references.
Great effects.
Girl Gremlin isn't there.
Oh yeah, she's getting it on.
And we'll find out about that later, because apparently a couple gremlins in various ways. Gargoyle Gremlin is preserved, right? And Girl Gremlin survived, and whoever's singing in the bathroom in that wedding moment that happens.
Is there a gremlin singing?
There are gremlins in the background going at Mars, but they're humming.
Oh.
Fred gets to be made an anchor because he's been capturing all this because he was smart enough to.
Good for Fred.
Yeah.
I'm happy for Fred.
I think my favorite moment was when he was having his like Tom Brokaw moment on the couch with the smart gremlin.
Me too. I love that moment.
And the smart gremlin.
It's so funny.
And he goes into what is it?
Can I say creature? Yes. Like the words that that smart gremlin uses and the terms and the reasoning, I think is all just like, it's super intentional, but it's also inside of a movie that tonally is just absolutely fucking insane.
I like that the Gremlins have the same level of respect for journalists as like an active war zone.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, he's a journalist. Let him go.
I was in Beirut. Oh, they must miss you. There's a comment that happens in the movie.
But the Gremlins, they're like, oh yeah, we understand this. We don't do anything.
We don't
wrong.
commit war crimes.
Yeah.
Right. But they all get what needs to happen in terms of they all get melted. They're all dead. And Clamp comes in with all of his like privately paid mercenary soldiers and slips and makes a fucking fool of himself and tells Fred like, oh my goodness, you were so smart to take all this video and whatever and report the news. I'm going to make you an anchor. Think avuncular, like think likable uncle. Like think like somebody that you want to have for Thanksgiving dinner every year.
Is this his Scrooge to Bob Cratchit moment?
I think it is. Like, I think that character goes through, he's super bored. He's conquered everything he can think of in the movie. He doesn't know what to do. Have you shredded my mail? And at the end of the movie, he is motivated to, even in his perverse, dipshit, ununderstanding, unrelated way, try to be better.
I don't disagree with you, but I think it is very clear that decision was made like halfway through filming, that character was going to do that or something, or somewhere around there. Like, to me, I'm like, that's your story. Your story is about an asshole fucking billionaire who's going to come around and actually be a benevolent human being.
But that's a dramatic. This movie isn't trying to tell a dramatic tale.
You can do that. You can do that in the same way that this movie does it. I think it doesn't do it. It doesn't do it super purposely, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying in terms of rewriting or reframing it. It's not wrong or bad. I just don't see the movie wanting to go for necessarily what you're saying.
But it does that, though.
Even at the end where, Dean Norris has to shoot Dean Norris from Breaking Bad.
The best Dean.
Can't help himself, the best Dean. Can't help himself but shoot the gremlin because he's got to shoot something. Because there's got to be that guy. But where Clamp starts to tear Fred apart for taking the video or whatever, like, it never, I think the performance sells it. Does it ever just feel to you like at that last moment when John Glover is saying, Daniel Clamp is saying, who told you to do this? Like, there's a level of authenticity there that he feels that what he's saying or what he's doing in terms of this attitude or this approach is like not right, not only for money, but like as a person. He's seeing people's potential more and more through the movie.
I'm trying to remember that moment, and it's not coming to my brain.
It breezes so many moments. It does do that.
Yeah.
It's just it's the last little moment after the gremlins have all been melted.
We're insured for the damages.
And Daniel Clamp is like going around and just kind of like finishing sentences, sandwiches, storylines,
I like, though, that he makes this comment, that this kind of thing that Simpsons does with Hank Scorpio and the problem of
yes,
Cypress Creek and unhoused people turning into mailboxes.
Hank Scorpio is a great
That's
reference.
A problem. But
yeah.
We've talked about Jurassic Park. The building talking to people and the way that it talks to people, it's got this howl kind of way that it does things that feels so passive, like, just be calm, everything's fine. And it's like, no, the fucking world is on fire. People are marrying fucking gremlins or whatever is happening in this movie. The movie just goes...
Paul, people can marry who they want.
That's fair. That's very fair.
If they want to marry a gremlin...
I like that he ultimately is like he makes a face like, you know what? This is fucking rad.
Let's go.
Did he come out a little bit? Did he realize that he was...
I think that character is like a repressed character. It's commented on a couple times in the movie, and that he ultimately is just like, I'm just going to... As far as I know, the world has essentially ended, and like, I have nothing to be scared of anymore. I'm just going to be who I am.
And he always wanted to fuck a little reptilian creature?
I don't know that that's what he wanted.
I think he wanted someone or something to be obsessed with him like he's obsessed with Clamp or the Clamp Corporation.
I just can't think of the Key and Peele sketch where it's just like, yes, this is why we have women in the writing room.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Robert Picardo gives into his feelings.
Mm-hmm.
The movie finally ends. I've drugged you both through so much of this. I'm so sorry. I love that Daffy Duck pops up 4 times in the credits.
It is now 2027.
We didn't watch the credits.
We made it all the way. I understand why you wouldn't. And I already feel like I lost Jess's heart because I drug her through such a long
I feel like I
conversation
just
on this
rewatched
movie.
it right
You're
now.
welcome. You're very welcome. And I cut down my notes more than you believe.
Okay.
This is what New Year's Eve feels like for me sometimes.
I don't consider or care about that, so I don't think about it, but I probably should.
It's
for
past
a lot of
midnight.
reasons.
It's way past midnight. It's we've fed all of them.
I think maybe, Jess, you are the most anticipated score, possibly. How should we do this?
Well, let her decide. She's the guest.
I think that's fair.
I don't.
think that's a good way
What
to
do you
do
mean?
it.
Decide how to
Who
rescore
who goes,
it? Or
who goes in what
first?
order?
I think let's go Paul, Ben, Jess.
I feel there's a level of guilt and nostalgia that are hitting me now. I think I can stand on everything I said and pretty much everything the filmmakers have done. But I think I have a more clear idea of how insanely fucking specific this movie is. I am going to leave the heart on the movie. I'm going to go to 4 gizmo crackers.
That's a very high score.
I think the movie's lit gorgeously. I think it's scored gorgeously. I love the puppetry. I think the special effects hold up for the era. I find things about it that don't work, where it's a little bit long, or sometimes it picks where it wants to go with characters that have arcs or stories that make or don't make sense. And I do think the movie knows and feels and hates that it is a cash grab. And whether you like that or not is a very personal thing. But I think also on a filmmaking level and level of commitment, as it goes hard in the paint, we were talking about committing a lot through this episode, that this movie does that where many others fear to tread. And I think it's very commendable and it's executed well.
I'm sorry that you had to do that, but I appreciate your honest reaction.
I feel okay about it. It's, the Saturn Awards in this for fantasy movies, it's a big deal. And
have you heard
it's
about
nominated for a few Saturn Awards.
Have you heard about the Saturn Awards?
And
Give us your rating, Ben.
Okay.
There's a lot of movies that take from this.
Jess wants to go to bed. It's past midnight for her, and she's going to turn full gremlin.
Pumpkin eyes.
I'll be honest, when I came into this episode, I was closer to a 1.5.
Are you sad you watched this movie? Are you upset you watched this?
Am I upset that I watched it?
Do you feel like it wasn't worth watching?
I mostly felt bored and flabbergasted. Mostly just like, what? It was just so much of what? Now hold on, but let me 1.5 was kind of where I was leaning. And so coming in with a 2 was me going, I'm going to go to a soft 2 and I'm going to let this conversation unfold.
I'm sorry, everybody.
I actually think through conversation that I will ever watch this movie again out of choice personally. So there's no heart for me, but there is so much about the movie that I do appreciate in terms of the effects and in terms of the commentary, which is like a hammer in the fucking head, and the director of. And now again, like what I was referencing with my distaste of some sequels like Lost World and Mummy Returns, I feel like the movie falls into some of those pitfalls, unfortunately.
It predates those, but yes.
It does. But that's what I mean, like the sort of like setting the groundwork for...
They wouldn't allow the anger and venom that exists in this movie toward itself in the Mummy and... Yeah.
Sure, Universal would
never happen.
I'm going to go to 2.5.
I feel really good about that because I think it's a movie worth watching.
2.5 gremlin boobs. What's the half boob? That's up to you.
We'll do Total Recall at some point.
There you go.
Maybe it's just like an extra nipple.
Open your mind.
It might be an extra nipple. And, I do think it's a New Year's movie.
Open your mind.
Because at midnight, you can't feed them past midnight, and they have a big old party. New York.
Like When Harry Met Sally, which was our first episode of season 3.
True.
Special. Okay.
I am going to give it 2.5 as well.
You're going up as well? I thought you were both going to end up going down because I was so insane.
I'm going to take off that little heart because I'm not going to seek it out. I'm not going to avoid it. But
it happened.
But I do...
You watched it.
For the same reasons that, Ben is saying, is that... Because while I was watching it, I was like, this film would never be made today.
Yeah.
Which I... miss that people could make strong choices.
It's kind of special.
It's special. And even when it's a box office flop, it's, I'm sure they made their money back on like VHS, but even if it gets panned, even if like any reason, I do understand and appreciate the artistic merit in this for the effects, for the puppetry, the early CGI, like all of that, but also for the strong, bold directorial choices and whether like this is my cup of tea or not, like I appreciate that this film exists and what it did, and that I do think it is a pastiche of 80s cinema and pop culture and is a reaction to a film and a filmmaker's like personal experience. So I bumped it up because of the artistry involved in this.
Whether or not you like it, you feel like the message comes across. Like
yes.
that like, stop sending me copies of the movie. Stop, like, bringing Mac and Me trailer to my talk show. Please, but I respect the game.
Yes, I respect the game of Gremlins 2.
More than The Game by Sarah Coates. Or, no, that was Liz Ellis, sorry.
It sure was, but Sarah Coates is keeping an eye out from the chopper to make sure we're all safe. Thanks, Saddlebags. Side saddle, not Saddlebags.
Is that her, like, nickname?
Side Saddle Sarah.
Yeah, and
Sick.
fuck off, and
she has
Big Ben.
Ace. She has to listen to this episode for sure.
She'll be back.
She'll be back.
Season 4, we're excited.
We'll be back in more of Season 4. Stay tuned in 2026. Jessica Erin Martin, you got to cap our 2020 or our Season 3 and celebrate the beginning of Season 4. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So excited. I love that we have all decided this is like a New Year's movie, because there
Let
aren't a lot of
old
those.
acquaintance be... No.
Our bookends on that note are Jamie Henwood. Our What Are We Watching theme and What You Been Doing theme are Matthew Fosket. Fun facts are Chris Olds. The interstitials
are me.
Are Ben. Sometimes when you listen to the debate or various other versions of this program, Jessica Erin Martin comes in and really fucking dunks
Jessica,
it home.
where can they find you, look for you, see your work, do anything?
On the Instagram at Jessica Erin Martin.
You might find her in an episode of NCIS.
Woo!
Maybe.
NCIS LA.
Streaming's out there. They can watch whatever they want at any time.
I got this movie for $2 because I...
If you need help, hang up and then dial...
Metroid Other M.
Fraud.
Yeah, do Metroid Other End. I don't get residuals from that. But like
still,
TV.
Enjoy your life.
Rent
Have a good
Oppenheimer. Come to the theater. We produce live shows.
1448 Hollywood, motherfucker.
1448 Hollywood.
February 6th and 7th. Just put it out there.
Follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at ReviewX2 Podcast. Text us anonymously. Star Trek First Contract.
Anonymously.
Googly. Subscribe anywhere that you might do it. We like good pods. Share this. Review. Spread it around. Get wet. Eat after midnight.
Whoa.
Get wild.
Yeah, make this
Sing
like,
New York, New
the
York.
thing.
New York, New York.
You won the Predator. Are the Gremlins cousins with the Predator?
I don't think so.
Do they come from a similar planet?
I don't think so.
Could be.
Are they aliens? I don't think they're aliens. I don't think they're
I think they're
aliens.
magic.
I think they're just magical Earth creatures.
I agree.
Hi, everyone. This is JJ, the co-founder of Good Pods. If you haven't heard of it yet, Good Pods is like Goodreads or Instagram, but for podcasts. It's new, it's social, it's different, and it's growing really fast. There are more than 2 million podcasts, and we know that it is impossible to figure out what to listen to. On Good Pods, you follow your friends and podcasters to see what they like. That is the #1 way to discover new shows and episodes. You can find Good Pods on the web or download the app. Happy listening.